Hello? Okay, cool. Hi! It's me, it's Psycho Bunny. I am back. I am back to Winter's Wish today, where we left off at the decision of where we wanted to go. Hello, Sleazy. I still have not fixed OBS yet to actually have chat search showing on my actual game stream, which I will be working on after today's stream. I'm going to come back on for a little bit just to try to program it because I need to have stream chat available, I think, to test it to make sure it's working. So I was just wondering if you were going to stream any minute. I was going to actually start earlier. I had planned on starting about 8 o'clock, but I'm doing something fun. I don't know if it's fun. I kind of talked about it last time where I was thinking about doing actual reviews. So I was working on my review for Verche Evermore, and I was listening all the, actually maybe pop it up. It's going to grade this out. I was working on characters part because I wanted to put notable roles they've played, specifically in Atomi. Obviously, I'm never going to not mention the fact that Anku's voice actor is Jonathan Joestar, because how fun is that? But like 3 other people are from JoJo, which I started debating putting all of them in there as JoJo characters, but I didn't want to go through all that. But Anku's voice actor is in a game that I now have to have. I have never heard of it, and apparently it was on the Vita, and it's called Rain des Flores. And he played a character named Leon, and it is the hottest character I've ever seen. And I'm like, and with that voice, it's probably going to be great. But they haven't adapted it to the Switch. I don't even think they've localized it. But it was such a pretty character. I think it's really funny because it shows like pictures of who's who. And when I was looking at it, like you can automatically tell when a game is like an Otomi style game. And like he's in so many Otomi games. He's in Jack and Jean, which he's not one of the dateable characters. He's in a game called Snowbound Land. He's in Olympia Soiree, which is on, I actually own that one right now, so I will be playing that one probably. I might do it next, or I might do the one on here that I already downloaded. Oh goodness, what's it called? Bushihana. That might be the next one I do, just because it's on my thing literally. But yeah, I was trying to just get like a list of characters of who they are, like just to be like, hi, this is this character. You might know them from like these games. And like his is the longest out of everybody. Also, Sister Salome's character, the mommy is also the voice of Tanjiro and Nezuko's mom in Demon Slayer, which I thought was great to note. But yeah, I was working on that list, and so I got really distracted because I was like, what's this game? Let me learn about this game. Also, I found the artist who does the art for Verche Evermore, her Twitter account. She has like the cutest Halloween art. I was going to try and show it on here, but I literally don't even know how to add. Ooh, actually, no, I can just add it as an image. Hang on. Just put Verche, and I'll delete it later. Let's see. Create a new one. Verche, load image. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Look at this. Just look at them. They're so cute. What did I move? Oh no, I moved something. But like, oh my god, isn't that the cutest art? Made me so happy. See? Oh my god, right? Isn't that so cute? I want to make this outfit. I want to look just like her. All the guys are wearing the same outfit. She even showed the sketch of like the design she made. There's like little stripes of white on the vest area to look like skeleton, like bones, basically. It's so cute. So that's what I was doing today instead of loading my game up. But yeah, I'm gonna work on that. I'm going to make notes on this actively as I play, so that I'll have the ability to make a review of it after I'm done too. So I have like a note thing written up already. All right. I'm not reading this because we've already technically read this. I'm just getting this caught back up to where we were.
よかったよかった。で、
I don't know why it saved us that far away. Or maybe I didn't save again. Maybe it didn't let me save again. That could have been happening. All right. So we're going to do this fun little thing where I list the characters in order based on how I like them, regardless of first thoughts, regardless of if they're dateable right away or not. Because I know that one guy who's definitely the pill from my dying dad's house, I can't date right away. Okay. My least favorite in this one is it Kunitaki. Kunitaka, my apologies, I said it wrong. It's really funny that Otaro's so high on my list since he has short hair. It's not usually like me. Honestly, it probably would have been Tomonari. Genjuro. Yeah. Okay. Yorichi, Inji, and Otaru. I did that wrong. Oh well, it's fine. Alright, so the order I would prefer, if I could play this in any order, which obviously these games don't let you do that, I would start with Kunitaka, follow up by Tomonari, Genjuro, Yorichi, Kinji, and Otaru, which is kind of funny because that's literally the orders they're in. That's where they're at. I'd want to go here first, here second, and then here third. How curious. And I still don't know if it's as simple as just picking a place. It might not be. Ooh, that's so cute. Samurai Town. All right. I think it's better that I take my notes as I play because my thoughts are not consistent. I've already forgotten the order I said I wanted to do the other thing in. All right, I want to work in Samurai Town. The day after I answered that, I was called in to a meeting with those in charge of Samurai Town. Not only was Kyoshiro there, I also saw familiar faces like Tomonari and Tojo's.
話は聞いているだろうが、今日から彼女も武家町を担当することになった。二人とも補助してやれ。
I'm sure you've already heard, but she'll also be in charge of Samurai Town from today. You two will support her.
任せてください。ようこそ武家町組へ。歓迎するよ。
Please leave it to us. Welcome to Samurai Town, team.
来てくれたんだね。これからよろしく。
Aw, Leah, you came. Glad to see you. Same. I'm looking forward to working with you all. I really do feel comforted when I'm with these two. The lightfall of Samurai Town are strong. To top it off, there seems to be a lot of trouble because of the neighborhood. I had a lot of concerns, but it really is best when you have someone close by your side. Also, considering that there was work to do, I had asked Komame to wait in my room. This also seems like a story where she should maybe circulate where she's going and not just stay in one town since her gifts are a little bit different.
さて、今日はまず彼女が担当するべき業務を決める。
Alright, now then, let's start with deciding what job Leah should be in charge of.
国高と友成は武士の立場を利用し任務を遂行しているが、お前は庶民の女だ。彼らと同じというわけにはいかない。
Yoshiro, I feel like you're attacking me. Kunitaka and Tomonari use their standings as samurai to complete their task, but you're a commoner woman. You won't be able to do what they do. Of course. Does that mean I would be helping everyone from behind the scenes?
いや、その逆だ。お前には女であることを生かして、大名の奥方と関係を結んでもらう。
No, quite the opposite. You're going to use your advantage to establish a relationship with the daimyo's wives. How can I do that if I am not married to a daimyo myself?
武家町に住まう奥方は情報通が多い。彼女たちに気に入られれば、様々な情報を得られるはずだ。
You're only going to like me if I lie about who I am. Alright, many of the wives in Samurai Town have their ears to the ground. If they like you, you should be able to obtain plenty of information.
今まで男女体だったお庭番ではできなかった働きをお前にはしてほしい。
I want you to accomplish a task that the all-male Oniwaban was unable to do until this point. I don't think that's true. I feel like cute guys could definitely get close to women. Hear me out. I understand. Oh, right. Tojo mentioned something like this before.
お頭、ちょっといいですか？そうなると、この子の表向きの立場はどうするんです？
Is she gonna be a newlywed? That'd be cute. Captain, may I ask a question? In that case, what should Leah's civilian identity be?
大名家の奥方たちとなれば、ただの町娘では話すどころか接触する機会すらないだろうし。
Right there with you, Tojo. It's unlikely that a wife of a daimyo family would ever meet with a normal village girl, let alone talk to her.
手堅いところで、どこかの武家に奉公人として潜入でもさせるんですか？
Should we play it safe and let her infiltrate some samurai families as a servant?
いや、一日中対象に張り付くような任務は経験がない彼女では難しいだろう。
No, a mission where she'd have to stay with the target all day long would be difficult for someone as inexperienced as her. He's right, I'd definitely slip up.
よって彼女にはお前たち二人のうちどちらかの分家になってもらう。
Ah, that's why we'll have her be part of a branch family related to one of you two. A branch family. The family of the main bloodline is considered the head house. And any households that separate from it is called a branch family.
分家？
Branch family.
そうだ。訳あって分家の娘を預かることになった。そういえば周りも納得するだろう。
That's right. Due to extenuating circumstances, I've taken in a girl from the branch family. Say that and everything should be fine.
なるほど。
That's
それな
it.
ら俺たちと一緒に行動しても問題なさそうですね。
Well, that makes sense. It would also allow us to work together without causing any issues.
君は国高と僕どっちがいい？
Between Kunitaka and I, who do you prefer? What? That's so sudden. Besides, is this something I should be deciding? This is normally the type of thing that Kyoshiro would decide. However, when I looked over at Kyoshiro, he was simply waiting for my response. He didn't look like he would open his mouth anytime soon. It seemed that he had no particular opinion. Oh dear, what should I say based on my decision? As I fussed over the sudden decision that had been forced upon me, Tojo looked into my eyes.
俺の分家になるか？
In that case, do you want to be part of my branch family? Your branch family?
俺はお庭番として長いこともあってか、家計については詳細まで決まっている。分家があっても全く問題ない。
Since I've been an Oniwaban for a while, they've established all the details of my lineage. There should be no problem having you as a
友
branch
成は
family.
そのあたりをまだ決めてなかったよな。それなのに、いきなり分家とか出てきたら、いろいろ説明に困るだろ。
We still haven't created a backstory for Tomonari, though. If we suddenly pop in with a branch family, that would be pretty hard to explain, right?
分かった。じゃあ今決める。それなら僕を選んでも問題ないでしょ。
Alright, fine, I'll make one now. Then it wouldn't be a problem if she chose me.
待て待て、そういう意味じゃない。身の回りの設定なんて今時間を割いてまで決めることでもないって言ってるんだ。
Wait, that's not what I meant. I'm just saying there's no need to spend time now making up a backstory for your whole family.
ここは時間短縮も兼ねて、俺にしておいた方が楽だろう。
Along with speeding things along, it'd make things easier to choose me.
でも設定がまだ固まっていない分、僕の方が彼女に合わせやすいよね。
But considering how my backstory hasn't been set, it'd be easier for me to match hers, right?
それはそうだが。
That's true, but I see the two of them already have things like their family lineage planned out. I can see why it'd be difficult to answer questions about yourself if you didn't plan out a backstory beforehand. However, it didn't seem like the two of them would come to a consensus anytime soon. In times like these, it'd probably be best to get directions from the person in charge. Kyoshiro, which do you think is better?
どちらでも任務に支障はない。お前の好きに選べばいい。
The choice won't affect your assignment. Choose as you like.
キコは形人と同様の記憶力がある。お前との仮初めの関係がどうなろうと完璧に覚えられるだろう。
Vessels have perfect memories, same as form folk. No matter what happens in their fake relationship with you, they'll remember it perfectly. I figured as much. Upon hearing that, Tojo gently placed a hand on my shoulder.
そこまで悩んでいるなら、やっぱり俺にしておかないか?
Oh, that's so cute. Like, I love her outfit. So let's see. We got the flower again, which I was joking about making. I still could probably make it. And then he's just got a collar. His outfit is astonishing because I don't know how one wears this. Leah, if you're having that much trouble deciding, why not just choose me?
ある程度土台が固まっている俺の方が周囲の人にも情報が浸透しているからお前への負担も少ないだろ
Not only is my backstory pretty tight, most people around here already know it. That'll take some pressure off of you too.
それに友成は基本無口だからな
It's like heart. Yeah, he's
も
really...
しお前が出現とかした場合
Witcher's Wish has
ちゃ
some
ん
really
と
pretty
助けられ
guys
る
in
かって
it.
いう心配もある
Not to mention, Tomonari isn't the most talkative guy. I'm worried he might not be able to help you properly if you ever accidentally say the wrong thing.
俺としてはせっかくできた可愛い後輩だし目の届く範囲にいてくれた方が安心なんだがお前は嫌か
I finally got a cute junior like you working under me. Personally, I'd feel more at ease if you were where I could see you. Would you not like that? Well... Tojo looked at me straight in the eye and asked me, looking slightly troubled. Not only that, he also bent down to meet my line of sight, so his face filled up my vision. Thanks to that, I couldn't think properly. What should I do? He's so close.
Kunitaka, いい加減にして.
Kunitaka, enough. What? He's touching me. This time, Tomonari pulled my hand and hugged me close to him like he was protecting me.
その言い方はずるいと思う。そういえば
The
彼女が
boys
自分を選ぶって
fighting
分か
over
っ
her.
てやっているよ
Ooh.
ね。
The way you're phrasing that is unfair. You know that if you say it that way, she'll have to choose you.
それは
That's...
そもそも国高が心配しているのは僕でしょ。それなら余計なお世話だよ。
In any case, you're really only worried about me, right? I can handle myself. Actually, I just had a thought. I wonder if I can edit this to put Bunny literally where she's at, because I think that's about the position of my little character.
言われなくても彼女が選んでくれるなら任務だって問題なく遂行するし彼女のことだってちゃんと支えてみせる。
If she chooses me, I'll complete my assignment just fine, and I'll support her properly too, even without you telling me to.
いつまでも僕を未熟者だと思わないで。
Don't think that I'll stay a novice forever. While tightening the arm he had around me, Tomonari clearly asserted his position. Throughout their conversation, I was in a panic. What is this? Just what should I do?
何?
What's that look?
いやお前って普段あんまり自分の意見を言わないだろ
Hi, Eunice.
だから少し意外だった
It's just you don't usually say your opinion, so it was a little surprising is all.
そんなこと
That's not...
ないとは言わせないぞたく本当にお前は可愛げがない後輩だよ
Not true. I don't think so. That's charmless even for you, pal.
ひとまずお前の考えは分かったからその子のことは話してあげなさい固まっちゃってるぞ
Anyways, I got your point. So should you let that poor kid go? She's frozen stiff. He didn't even notice. At that, Tomonari looked at me for the first time. I fit snugly into Tomonari's arms as he hugged me.
ごめん
Aw,
大丈夫
they're having a lovely time. Look at this. Sorry, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. And then Tomonari let go of me as if nothing had happened. That was nerve-wracking. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Meanwhile, Tojo nodded like he'd figured out
理
something.
由はさっぱりわからないがこの子が関係すると友成はやる気が出るみたいだな
I don't really understand it, but Tomonari gets all fired up when she's involved.
ってことで俺は身を引く後輩の成長を妨げるような真似をするわけにもいかないからな
In which case, I'll back off. I can't do something that would prevent my junior from growing up. Then that means...
お前は友成の分家になるってことだ
That means
俺
you'll
ももちろ
become...
ん補佐はするが ちゃんとお互いに協力して頑張れよ。
Paused for so long I thought he was done. It means you'll become Tomonari's branch family. I'll provide assistance, of course, but make sure you have each other's back and work hard. Yes, I understand. It's great that we managed to decide at least. I couldn't decide between the two of them, so I was relieved that we reached a conclusion that everyone was happy with. Then I'll be happy to work with you, Tomonari. I guess we'll be relatives from now on?
そうだね。でも親戚って
Now
どう
here's
接
a real
したらいいんだろう。
question, and I know
家族
olden days are a little
みたいな感
strange.
じなのかな。
Is it possible for them to date if they're kind of like extended family? Curious. Are we ruining their lives? I also just realized I forgot to take some medicine because I'm in pain, and so I'll be right back because I again got distracted writing out all that information. So give me like 2 seconds because the medicine's right here. I just feel weird taking it with the video on. I almost forgot to mute my mic too, and I realized I was like singing and I could see it. Alright, there we go. I just have the worst pain right now, and I would just like for less pain. Alright. Likewise, but how exactly do you treat distant relatives? Is it the same as family? Family? If I think about it that way, it's a little bit embarrassing.
そうだね。
Yeah, I guess. You don't really get it, do you, Tomonari? When I left, Tomonari also smiled. I was here in Edo and to begin with because of my meeting with Tomonari. It felt a little strange to be forging a new bond with him.
おーい、俺は仲間外れか？どちらにせよ、お前たちは俺の可愛い後輩だってことを忘れるなよ。
Are you guys forgetting about me? Don't forget that to me, the two of you will always be my precious mentees? What the heck is that? Oh, you made Tomonari
なんだ
mad.
よ。事実だろ？そんな顔するなって。
What? It's the truth, isn't it? Don't look at me like that. Oh, he's mad.
おーい、友成。
Hey there, Tomonari, buddy. And then Kyoshiro, who had been watching over it all, approached the two of them with a straight face. He then slowly placed his hands on Tomonari and Tojo's head and...
うわ、なんですか?
What? What are you doing? He started ruffling their hair with all his might. Oh, I thought he was gonna like make them like headbutt each other. My bad. Aside from myself, Tojo and Tomonari were also taken aback by the surprising treatment. But because of that, the grim atmosphere was dispelled in an instant. Is Kyoshiro trying to lighten the mood? I couldn't tear my eyes away from the unexpected action. Then, still ruffling their hair, Kyoshiro turned to look at me. You can't date Kyoshiro, so I don't even... Why would you put him there when he's like the cutest of the three? Just to remind me that I can't have him. Koshiro's eyes were staring directly at my head. I would love a CG of him ruffling their hair. Yeah, that'd be super cute. Could he be targeting my head too? I'm fine. Please don't mind me.
そうか。
Really? Yes.
お頭、そろそろ撫でるのをやめてもらえると助かるんですが。
Captain, it'd be great if you could stop petting us.
前、見えない。
I can't see in front of me. I just like hit something. After that interaction, we discussed and decided the details of Tomonari's backstory and mine. Now, the problem was how we were going to use our backstory in order to collect information,
そうい
but...
えば2日後、丹橋の奥方様、 千恵さんが茶会を催すそうです。
I heard the Lord Tanba's wife, Chie? Ooh, Chia? I'm usually really good at Japanese pronunciations because of my obsession, but like I am not getting that word. We'll be hosting a tea party in 2 days.
一応俺と友成もそこに呼ばれていますが、一緒にこの子も連れて行きますか？
Tomonari and I
とつながるなら利用
did
しない手
receive
はないか。
invitations, but should we take Leah with us? We could use it to connect with the wives.
そうだな。丹波家といえばかなり有力な大名だ。次の任期で老中に任命される可能性もあるし、殿の覚えもいい。
Right. The Tambas are a fairly powerful daimyo family. There's a chance that he'll be chosen as the next councilman. His lordship also favors him. Councilman, a job title within the Edo shogunate. I can't say that still. The highest ranked councilmen are directly supervised by the shoguns and are one of the government's officials involved in national political affairs. I really wish he had a route. I imagine a CG of him ruffling MC's hair if she wants some praise. Aww, and he'd say good job. I mean, he's so pretty. I want a route with him too. They did the same thing in Love or Pretend. All the guys that were hot you couldn't date. He must be pretty important then. A councilman would be a direct subordinate of the shogun, right? That would mean he's a pretty powerful person even in the shogunate. Can someone like me even participate in a tea party hosted by those people?
茶会って言っても野立てだからそこまで堅苦しくはないと思うよ。
Well, we call it a tea party, but it's just an open-air tea ceremony, so I don't think it'll be that formal. This is probably my favorite glossary word ever. Open-air tea ceremony. A tea ceremony held outside. Open air?
野立ては
okay.
野外でやる茶会のこと知らない？
An open-air tea ceremony is a tea party held outside. You didn't know that? No.
もしかしてお前茶道を知らないのか？
Do you not know anything about tea? I'm sorry, I was raised in a village, so I've never had a chance to.
そうか。まあ生きていく上で絶対必要ってものでもないからな。
Well, I guess it's not really something you need to know in order to survive. Tojo scratched his head at my honest answer as if he was troubled.
しかし野立てといってもさすがに基本の作法くらいは知らないとまずいか。
Even if it is an open-air ceremony, it won't look good if you don't at least know basic etiquette.
それなら教えてあげればいいんじゃない？幸い2日も時間があるんだし。
In that case, couldn't we just teach her? We have 2 days.
京志郎さ
Yeah!
ん、今日の見回りなんですが、時間帯を調整してもいいですか？
We're gonna play tea party. Kyoshiro, could you adjust the time for today's patrol?
任務に必要なことですし、他にも彼女にいろいろ教えてあげたいんです。国高もそれでいいよ
Oh
ね。
yeah, that did remind me actually. There's 2 people, which I know I think we've already talked about this. 2 people, welcome back. It's been 25 minutes. Thank you. That are in both of these things. Winter. Oh goodness, you did this in such a way that I can't see the words. Okay, so the hot from Virtue Evermore is the voice of Hibi and Hibina, and the voice actor for Hugo in Virtue is also the voice actor of Yorichi. And Eves is the voice actor of Otaro. So there's 3 people from Winter's Wish that are also in this one. So isn't that fun and exciting? Look at these small world we're in. Alright, this is important to the mission and I'd like to teach her other things as well. You're fine with that, right? Kunitaka?
ああ、俺は別に構わないぞ。お前の考えに異論はない。
Yeah, I don't really mind. I have no disagreements.
わかった。許可しよう。茶道だけでなく、武家町は覚えなくてはならない事柄が多いからな。
Ooh. Alright, I'll allow it. Apart from the tea ceremony, there are many things you'll need to learn in order to work in Samurai Town.
お前もそれでいいな。
Leah, are you also fine with that? Yes, thank you very much. There were still 2 days until the tea ceremony, and I would have everything regarding samurai families drilled into me. My thought process just broke for just a second there. Now that we decided on a direction to take, we were sitting Seiza style face to face in another room within the base. It seemed that this was where they would teach me about samurai etiquette and the tea
と
ceremony.
いうわけで、まずは茶道の基本を
Talking
覚えてもらう
about
ぞ。
glossary words, I'm sorry, I
Tomari.
need Seiza in the glossary words. First, we'll have you learn the basics of the tea ceremony. Tomonari.
わかった。
Alright. Called upon by Tojo, Tomonari readjusted his seating position like he was getting himself ready.
まず最初に言っておくね。茶道は君が想像しているよりずっと簡単なものだよ。
First, let me say this. The tea ceremony is much easier than what you're
基本
imagining.
的には隣に座っている人の真似をすればいいだけだから暗記する必要はほとんどないと思う。
Basically, you just need to copy what the person next to you does, so I don't think there's much need for memorization unless the person next to you doesn't know what they're doing either. What if you guys are both pretending and you both
あ
suck?
とは全ての人や物に対する礼さえ忘れなければ大丈夫。
As long as you don't forget to show appreciation for everybody and everything, it's fine. Alright.
まあそんな感じ。とりあえず最初にやるべきことを簡単に説明させてもらうね。
That's basically it. I'll quickly explain what you need to do
じゃ
first.
あまずはにじり口から。
Ooh, then first let's start with Nijiguchi. Nijiguchi? The Nijiri...
茶室にある小さな入り口をそう呼ぶんだよ。
That's
腰
what,
くらいの高さしかないからかがまないと入れないんだ。
that's what the small entrance in the tea room is called. It's about as tall as your waist, so you can't enter unless you crouch.
だからここから茶室へ入るためには正座をしたまま腕の力で体を前に進めないといけない。
So to enter the tea room from here, you have to use your arms to move your body while you're sitting in the Seiza
実
posture.
際にやってみるとこんな感じ。
When you actually do it, it's like this. Tomonari tightly clenched his hands and, as if pushing the tatami with his thumbs, showed how he moved his body forward. I was enthralled by the smooth movement.
君もやってみて。
Leah, now you try. Okay. Like this?
うん上手。
Yep, good job. I tried to recreate the action with awkward movements, and Tomonari smiled as he nodded at me. Both my movement and my upper body were shaky, but it seemed like he didn't mind those smaller details.
でも情報によると丹波家には大間の茶室もあるみたい。そういう茶室にはにじり口がないんだ。
According to our intel, the Tanban family also has a tea room in the great room. Tea rooms like that don't use the Nijiguchi. Wait, then how do you go in? It would be weird to crawl in when there are normal sliding doors, right?
うん。だからその場合はまた別のやり方をしないといけない。
Yes, so in that case, we have to use another method.
茶会の時以外にも襖の開け方にはいろいろと作法があって。
I've decided I don't need to open a tea
ま
parlor
ず
now.
キザをするんだ。
Aside from tea parties, there are numerous rules of etiquette for opening sliding doors. It's rude to just open them, so we have to use the kiza posture
キ
first.
ザっていうのは座法の一つでつま先を立てた正座のこと。その体勢のまま中に声をかけるんだよ。
Kiza is one method of sitting. It's the seiza posture, but with your toes flexed. While you're in that posture, you call out from outside the room.
座敷に入るときは縁や敷居に注意して。
This sounds way too
礼儀
complicated.
がなっていない人だと思われるから。
When you enter a drawing room, watch out for any edges or seams on the floor. Then they'll think you don't have any manners if you step on them. Why is that?
畳の縁には門があしらわれていることが多いんだ。それを踏むのはその家の格式を踏みにじるのと同じ意味だから。
The edge of a tatami's mat often have family crests decorating them. To step on that has the same meaning as stepping on a family's pride. I see.
それと畳の上の歩き方だけど
And the method for walking on tatami is... But after he taught me that, a question suddenly arose in my mind. Wasn't the tea party 2 days from now an open-air tea ceremony? For a tea party held outside, would I need the same etiquette he's teaching me right now? It'd be nice if this happened in the game. I live for adorable moments. Oh, you're talking about the patting her head. It's the subtle things for me. And for once, I'm not being evil at all. I'm proud of you, Asia. You've grown. That's called character development, unlike all the characters in Virtue Evermore. For a tea party held outside, would I need this etiquette he's teaching me? As soon as I started thinking about it, it wouldn't leave my mind. For a while, I thought about whether I should point this out to Tomonari. You are asking far too much. Ooh, does my picture change? No, it just says chapter 2. Oh. Okay. So I guess once you get to this, you pick which side. Still hate ad pull. I know. But you know what? He had the true good ending, so you gotta get over it. Everybody lives in his story. But Tomonari is also teaching me for my own sake. This time, it's an open-air tea ceremony, but there might come an opportunity when I'm invited to a normal tea party. When I think about that, it might be best to continue listening to him. Girl, you better listen to him regardless. What the heck? They're teaching you things. You'll never get over it. You'll never get over the true ending of the game is with Adolphe, the man who went through time in one version. As I reached that conclusion, I once again focused on Tomonari's explanation.
茶室に入ったらまず床の間に飾られている掛け軸に注目して
When you first enter the tea room, first pay attention to the wall scroll hanging in the alcove.
掛け軸に書かれているものは亭主からの言葉も同然でその意味を読み取るのが重要になってくる
It's like a Lannister always paying its debt, or, you know, winter is coming, or... The words on the wall scroll held the same weight as the words from the head of the family. It'll be important to decipher the meaning. Then I'll need to study proverbs and idioms, right?
そこまでしなくても大丈夫わからないときは亭主や周りの人が教えてくれるはずだよ
You don't have to go that far. If you don't know the head of the family or the people there will probably explain it for you. Oh, Okay.
大切なのは
My brain was reading that as if you don't know the head of the family,
亭主がどういう意味を込めて
people will explain it.
掛け
I'm
軸を
like,
選んだ
why?
のかってことだから
What's most important to understand is why the head of the family chose the wall
相手
scroll.
の考えを理解して歩み寄ればきっと亭主も君を歓迎してくれると思う
If you understand the other person's way of thinking and meet them halfway, the head of the family will definitely welcome you. As I listened to Tomonari's explanation, emotions filled my chest. Tea ceremonies really place emphasis on people's communication from the heart. It feels like a kind and wonderful world full of consideration.
そんな風に考えたことはなかった
I've never thought of it that way before.
君は茶道に向いているのかもね人の気持ちを考えられる子だから
You might be suited for the tea ceremony. You're someone who can understand others' feelings. It's because I have the power of Hakuseki clan. If it can give me an advantage in the tea ceremony, then that's great.
そういう意味で言ったわけじゃないけど
That's not what I meant.
君はちょっと自分を過小評価しすぎ
You're underselling yourself.
はいはいそこまでだ話を遮って悪いが趣旨を思い出せお前たち
Alright. That's enough. Sorry for interrupting, but remember why we're doing this, guys.
野立ては野外でやる茶会だ掛け軸なんて飾ってるわけないだろ
The open air tea ceremony is a tea party held outside. Where would they even have the space to hang a wall scroll? The music stopped. Oh. At those words, silence permeated the air. For a while, Tomonari looked around with a straight face as if deep in thought, and then...
そう言われてみれば
That's
そうか
true. At last, although he phrased his reply as a question, he nodded like he was convinced. So he wasn't teaching me indoor etiquette on purpose? As those shocking words, I was stunned for a bit.
仕方ない。友成に任せてたら一生終わりそうにないからな。ここからは俺が説明を引き継ぐぞ。
What's done is done. If I leave this to Tomonari, I don't think we're ever going to finish. So from here, I'll carry on with the explanation.
僕が教えたかった
I wanted to teach
今
her.
回は時間がないんだから我慢しなさい。
We have no time for this, so put up with it.
とにかく覚える必要があるのは茶菓子の食べ方と茶の飲み方だ。
The
こ
only
れだけ知っ
thing
ていれば問題ない。
you need to remember is how to eat sweets and how to drink tea. You got it. I can eat sweets all day long. You don't even have to ask. Just hand it to me. As long as you know that, it'll be a piece of cake. Which is a sweet, I might add. Right.
まずは茶菓子だ。野立茶会の場合、菓子は最初から一人分に分けられた状態で渡されることが多い。
Disgusting. First up are the tea sweets. For an open-air tea ceremony, it's common for the snacks to be split up in single portions and handed to you
だか
directly.
ら返しを持っていく必要もないだろ
So there'll be no need for you to bring your own kaishi tissue.
う。ここで注意しないといけないのは
That's a dictionary word
茶菓
again.
子は茶より先に食べ終えなくてはならない点だ。
The point you have to be careful of here is that you need to finish eating your food before your
あ
tea.
と、もらった返しはまだ使うから、膝の上に置いたままにしておけ。
And you'll still be using the kaishi tissue you receive, so leave it on top of your lap. Yes, I understand.
で、ここからが重要なんだが、ここ
And
で
here's the
ようや
important
く
bit.
茶が運ばれてくる。
This is when the tea is finally brought over.
茶をお運びが持ってきたら、お前にお辞儀をしてくるはずだ。それに、まず返礼をする。
When the tea bearer brings the tea over, they should bow to you. First respond to that with a
そ
bow.
れから差し出された茶碗を右手で支え、左手の上に受け取ったら、胸くらいの高さを維持して、
Then support the tea they gave you with your hand, and when you place it in your left hand, keep it around chest height. Got it. This low? No. I mean, the angle makes this look... It's chest height, I swear. Tojo explained while pantomiming it out, but I'd never been to a tea ceremony before, and it was difficult for me to imagine it. And then you use two hands. This is way bigger than a teacup, I might add. Like this? I copied him and tried to do the same action, but Tojo's made a sour
う
face.
惜しいな。やっぱり身振りだけじゃ分かりにくいか。
Close. I guess it's difficult to understand from just gestures.
ねえここに茶器はないの
Are you gonna come over here
実
and
物
show
があった
me?
方が分かりやすいよね
Is there any teaware here? It'll be easier to understand what the real things.
それはそうだが、拠点に茶器なんて置いてないだろう。仕方ない。
That's
俺の
true,
家から
but
持って
they don't keep teawares at the base. I'll just have to bring some from home.
失礼するわね。皆さん、ご機嫌いかがか
It's
しら？
Maharu. Sorry to interrupt. How's everyone doing? And then opening the door so hard it almost flew out of the frame, an unexpected person entered the room. Mimi?
誰
Who?
ほら、美春さんだよ。水茶屋の看板娘の。
It's Maharu, you know, one of the poster girls from the tea stall. Best girl is here.
いつもうちの店をごひいきにしてくれてありがとう。
Thank you for your
先日も来てくれたん
patronage.
でしょ？
You came the other day, didn't you?
ああ、いつも世話になってるな。
Yeah. You always take good care of us.
ん
Both Tojo and Tomonari seemed confused by the sudden intruder.
お前も彼女と知り合いだったのか？
Leah, you know her? Yeah, we used to live together. We reunited by chance yesterday. But Mimi, why are you here? This is the Oniwaban's base. Oh no, Mimi isn't a member of the Oniwaban. Will maybe have to commit seppuku for the crime of knowing our secret? Oh my
安
god.
心しろ。彼女は俺が呼んできた。事情もすべて説明してある。
You have to kill Mimi because you said Onowaban in front of her? Goodness, don't worry. I called her here. I explained everything as well. Are they gonna date? I'm fine with that. They can date. He looks like an angry person. She looks like a sunflower. It's perfect. Kyoshido? I peered over at where the voice had came from. There, standing behind Mimi, was Kyoshido. I was even more confused by the strange pairing. Nah, it's a cute pairing. Then is Mimi also a member of the Onuwaban, or is she a helper?
そうなの？
Is she?
いや、俺は初耳だな。
No, that's the first I've heard of it.
一員ではなく協力者だ。本日付で参加してもらうことになった。
She's not a member, but she's a helper. We've had her join as of today.
もちろん、殿にも許可は得てある。お庭番は男女体だから、女性の協力者が一人はいた方がいいだろうとご配
I
慮して
ship
ください。
Koshido and Miharu. Their interaction is so funny. I mean, again, I think they look like a great pairing because it's so contrast to each other. Personalities. Of course, we received permission from Lord Yoshimun. Because the Onuwaban is full of men, we thought it was best to have a woman helper.
ずいぶん急な話ですね。何か理由でもあるんですか？
There's a girl here now. That was the reason. Tojo, listen. This is rather sudden. Is there some sort of reason behind the decision?
彼女と知り合いだと聞いたからな。だから仲間に
I just realized I own a
都合がいいだろ
kimono. I could wear a kimono for one of these streams. Maybe the last stream. Because I don't know if where my obi is. Or did I put the obi with my kimono? I bought a kimono years ago because I wanted to do a cosplay of Hellgirl. And I also was not convinced I could actually make a kimono that looked like Hellgirl. So it is a black kimono. I just have to remember it's right over left, right? Oh my god. I don't want to be dead. Well, actually, Hellgirl is dead, but that's not who I'm trying to costume as. We heard she was Lee's acquaintance. In that case, it would be more convenient if we were recruiting her into our ranks. These guys are so cute. These guys are really pretty. You haven't even seen the ones with long hair. The ones with long hair are very pretty too. Convenient.
つまりな、お前がうっかり口を滑らせる可能性を考慮したんだろう。
They don't trust me. In other words, they consider the possibility that you might accidentally let something slip. Like 5 seconds ago when you literally said Oniwaban in front of her. I see. As someone who almost accidentally let something slip just now, I had no choice but to accept it. She's oh gosh, the Tom Holland now. But how did you know that Mimi and I knew each other?
当然、美春本人だ。
I learned that from Miharu herself, of course.
驚いたわ。あの京志郎の口からあなたの名前が出てきたんですもの。
I was surprised to hear Koshido, of all people, say my beloved Leah's name. You were talking about me?
お前の茶道の死にちょうどいいと思ってな。その時は協力者にまでするつもりはなかったのだが。
I thought she'd be perfect as your tea ceremony teacher. I didn't intend on making her into a helper, though.
そういうわけだから、困ったことがあったら何でも頼ってね。
Well, that's that. If there's trouble, you can count on me. Thank you, Mimi, but I'm sorry for getting you wrapped up in all of this.
いいのよ。少しでもあなたの役に立てるなら嬉しいわ。
It's fine, honey. If I can help you even a little, I'm happy.
今回はお茶会のことで困っているのよね。本業は水茶屋だけど、茶の湯の勉強もバッチリしてるから遠慮なく聞いてちょうだい。
Is it the tea ceremony that's troubling you? My job is working at a tea stall, but I've also studied tea ceremonies, so don't be shy about asking me.
ほら、茶器とお茶菓子もちゃんと持ってきたのよ。
Look, I even brought teaware and tea sweets. Saying that, Mimi lifted up a set of teaware she was holding with ease. Her reliability and deep kindness made me tear up.
にしても、話を聞いたときは本当に驚いたわ。まさかあなたが幕府で働くなんて。
That said, I was really surprised when I heard what happened to think that Leah would work for the Shogun. Yeah, but look at these two. They look so cute together. Wait, do we get to see what his thing is? Is it the pouch? I don't know. I can't tell what his item is. I was really surprised when I heard what happened to think that Leah would work for the Shogun.
京志郎、ここではあなたが責任者なんでしょ? もしこの
Kyoshiro,
子に怪我でもさせたら承知しないわよ。
you're in charge here, right? If you let her get hurt, I won't stand for it.
それについては善処しよう。我々も貴重な力の持ち主を使い捨てるような事態を避けたいからな。
Condition to mine. If I die, she dies. Isn't she like literally her life depends on me? I'll do my best in that regard. We'd like to avoid a situation where we end up disposing of such an important asset.
え？今、なんて？
What did you say?
聞こえなかったのか？彼女は幕府の手駒として有効活用させてもらうと言ったんだ。
Didn't you hear? I said we're going to use her effectively as a pawn for the shogunate.
なんですって？
She's about to go off. Yeah. What did you say? Kyoshiro answered her calmly. In that instant, Mimi's face became as wicked as a Hanya mask. She placed the tea where she was holding on the tatami and closed the distance between herself and Kyoshiro instantly.
何よ、その言い方。
Yeah, look at this
まるでこの子
couple.
を物みたいに。
They're dating now. How dare you talk about her that way, treating her like she's just an
この
object?
子は特別な力があるけど、人間なのよ。どんな任務をさせるつもりなのか知らないけど、ちゃんと大切にしてあげて。
Leah has a special power, but she's still human. I don't know what kind of mission you plan on making her do, but you better treat her nice and proper.
こちらとしてもそのつもりだが。
That's what we've done so far.
今の言い方はそうじゃないでしょ。完全に倉庫扱いしてたじゃない。
Best big sister moment right here. That's right. She's protecting our girl. Based on the way you spoke about her just now, it didn't seem that way. You were completely treating her like some lackey.
そんなことは言っていない。しかし、気に障ったのなら謝罪しよう。すまなかった。
And he's a man. He apologizes right away. He's like, look, I don't know where all this energy came from. I apologize if my words were wrong. I didn't say that, but if I've said something to offend you, I'll apologize. I'm sorry.
はあ？その割には全然申し訳なさそうじゃないんだけど。
He's got no emotions, Maharu. He can't help that one. Huh? All things considered, you don't look sorry at all.
あなたっていつもそう。口ではそれらしいことを言うけど、全然心がこもってないのよ。
You're always like this. You may say the right things, but you don't mean them at all.
さて、止めるべきか否か、悩みどころだな。
I guess the question is, should we stop them or
あ
not?
の人すごく怒ってるね。
She's really angry. Tojo and Tomonari whispered to each other so the two guests wouldn't hear and quietly watched. Needless to say, Mimi's threads were bright red from anger. I have to mediate. Mimi, I'm fine.
いえ、言わせてちょうだい。この人の態度、前々から気になってたのよ。いい機会だから思ってたこと全部言ってやるわ。
It's funny because Miharu doesn't know anything about vessels, so she doesn't know that he's got no emotions, and he doesn't understand why Mimi's acting like this. Yeah, it's really hard when you literally have your emotions suppressed. Goodness. Let me say this. I've disliked his attitude for a long while now. This is the best chance I'm going to get, so I'm going to say my piece. I've always thought it was peace as in like at peace, not like peace as in like a piece of paper. Am I wrong about that? Do I need to Google that? But
大丈夫よ。あなたは下がっていて。
it's all right. You back down. When she said it so firmly, I could no longer interrupt on my end. I retreated in dejection and returned to Tojo and Tomonari's side. Are Mimi and Kyoshiro possibly not on friendly terms?
僕は知らないけど、国高は何か知ってるんじゃない？
I love Miharu so much. She is definitely a character. I don't know, but Kunitaka, you probably would, right?
ああ、まあ、あの二人、仲が悪いっていうか、昔から驚くくらい噛み合わないんだ。
They're oil and water. Well, the two of them aren't on bad terms per se. It's more like they don't mix well at all, like an astonishing level of not
お
mixing
頭
well.
はああいう性格だろ。だから情に熱い美春さんからすると、どうも冷たく見えるらしくて。
You know how the captain is. So from Maharu's compassionate point of view, he appears rather
結構
cold.
付き合いは長いみたいなんだが、顔を合わせるたびにあんな感じになるんだよ。
It seems they've known each other for a long time, but every time they see each other, it always ends up like this. Because they're in love. I see. This is love right here. If you knew... oh gosh. I think that should just say if Mimi. If Mimi knew he was a vessel, Kyoshiro's words might make more sense, but they probably didn't explain that to Mimi. By their antagonistic atmosphere was broken by an unexpected person.
ねえ、茶道の稽古はしなくていいの？
Hey, don't we have to practice for the tea ceremony?
今日は彼女に茶道を教えるために来たんでしょ？
You came here today to teach her the tea ceremony, right? He wasn't trying to stop their fight, nor was he scolding the two. As soon as they heard the innocent question, both Mimi and Kyoshiro turned around as if they were realizing something.
そうよね。こんなことしてる場合じゃなかったわ。遅くなる前にさっさと進めましょうか。
That's right. It isn't the time for this. Let's hurry and start before it gets too late.
世話をかけるがよろしく頼む。
I understand. You may be busy, but we're counting on you.
この子のためだもの。任せて。
It's for her sake. Leave it to me. Koshido lowered his head again, and Mimi replied with a bright smile. The color of her threads were completely back to normal. They may fight, but they don't resent each other. I'm glad the relationship isn't as bad as I thought. After that, my studies proceeded surprisingly smoothly. I learned enough to enjoy an open-air tea ceremony without any trouble, and I could even understand why it was fun. And then, on the day of the open-air tea ceremony, after I made myself look presentable, Tomonari and the others took me out to Samurai Town. Now that I think about it, this might be the first time I've properly looked at Samurai Town in the daytime. Oh, look at her! She's so cute! Look at her hair! Oh my goodness. Actually, that pattern, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a hot minute since I've looked at my kimono. I bought it and never wore it. Because I never had a reason to wear it after I bought it. But I think it's similar to the pattern on mine. She is so pretty. They made a very pretty character. I love it. Her outfits are also very pretty too. Not to mention the fact that when I came here the first time, I just walked right through it. But my impression of Samurai Town has barely changed from the first time I saw it. No matter where I looked, no one was walking around. At most, I would occasionally see samurais standing guard or servants walking around. Of course, every one of them were wearing proper attire. Do I stand out?
どういう意味？
What do you mean? Do I really look like I come from a samurai family? I feel kind of nervous. Tomonari blinked at me with a blank expression and proceeded to observe
着
me.
物も高級なものを着ているし、歩き方も綺麗だから平気だと思うよ。
He likes my walk. You're wearing a high-end kimono and you have a beautiful walk, so I think it's fine. Really? Is it really alright?
全然。
Yeah, I see no problem. It seemed that Tomonari was being genuine rather than being polite. Even so, this would be my first job for the Oniwa-ban. I couldn't help but feel restless. As a reminder, she is Edward Cullen in this situation, and every single one of these vessels are Bella Swan. It's alright, like I said, just do what we taught you and it'll be no problem, got it?
友成が言ってた茶道の基本、覚えてるか？
Do you remember what Tomonari said about the basics of the tea ceremony? As long as you don't forget to show appreciation for everybody and everything, it's fine.
ちゃんと覚えてるな。それさえ守れていれば、 奥方たちだってきっとお
As
前を
long
受
as
け
you
入れ
don't
てくれるは
forget
ず
to
だ。
be like super genuinely happy, you're good. Good, you remember. Just follow the one rule and the wives will definitely accept you.
たとえ危ういところがあったとしても、俺たちが何とかしてやるから、お前はどっしり構えていればいいさ。
Even if there are parts you're uncertain of, we'll figure it out. All you need to do is keep your head high.
な、友成。
Right, Tomonari?
任せて。
Yeah, leave it to us. Tomonari wholeheartedly agreed with Tojo. I had butterflies in my stomach, but those words helped calm me down to the point where it was like they never even existed. Thank you very much. I'll do my best. I hope there's a CG in her kimono because it's so cute. Right. There's more. That's more
一
like
緒に
it.
頑張ろうね。
Let's do our best together. With my nervousness oh my gosh, alleviated, we began to walk with more confidence. We proceeded while greeting passerbyers and finally arrived at our destination, a Daimo mansion. While the Oniwaban base was amazing in its own right, the Tanba mansion was far more than that. In front of the house, a handful of women gathered. They likely had received the same invitation.
どうも、こんにちは。
Hello there.
あら、あなたは東条家の。今日はお二方もご招待されていたんですね。
All right, we're doing numbers instead of letters today. Lady number 1. My, if it isn't Tojo, I see the two of you were invited here today as well.
楽しい会にいたしましょう。美形の殿方がいると目の保養になりますわ。
Oh, this will be a fun party. Beautiful gentlemen never fail to be a feast for the eyes. See, I told you, pretty guys work.
そう言っていただけて光栄です。こちらとしても美しい奥方様とご一緒だと。
Wow,
心が
Tojo,
弾み
you
ます。
can't say things like that in front of the pro tag about other women. You're too kind. Being around gorgeous ladies always make my heart skip a
あ
beat.
らあら、お上手なんですから。
Oh my, you
高
flatterer.
村殿も今日はよろしくお願いしますね。
Lord Takamaru, thank you for coming
よ
today.
ろしくお願いします。
Thank you for having me. Though Tomonari didn't say much, he was making sure to give proper greetings so that he didn't stand out. Amazing. Everyone looks so otherworldly. Considering they were invited to the Tanban house, everyone here must be the wives of fairly high-ranking daimos. They all wore kimonos, looked really expensive, and their hair was beautifully tied up. Of course, their makeup was perfect too. From their very appearance, they were completely different from the innkeeper I saw at the castle
とこ
town.
ろで、後ろにいらっしゃる方は？
By the way, who is that behind you? Oh, right, I have to say my greetings too. When all the wives focused their gaze on me, I finally came back to myself. My name is Leah. I'm a member of the Takamaru branch family, and for extenuating reasons, I've moved here. Because I came from the countryside, I might have many inadequacies, but I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. When I summoned up my courage and greeted them, the wives looked at me with serious expressions. Was only a matter of a few seconds, nevertheless. My heart skipped a beat at their assessing gazes. But
可愛い方ですね。こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
how adorable! We're so pleased to make your
田舎
acquaintance.
出身でも問題ありませんよ。私だって陸奥出身なんですから。
Aw, there's nothing wrong with coming from the countryside, dear. I'm also from Mitsu. The wife smiled elegantly and welcomed me. The threads on their necks displayed the same kindness as their words, so I didn't seem like simple social pleasantries. Oh, that's so sweet. At least they're not being like secretly evil. They're completely different from what I imagined. I'm glad they seem to be nice people. It seems like I'll be able to manage to work as an Oniwaban in Samurai Town. I breathed a sigh of relief at that thought. It was just at that moment. Rain. Ooh. Okay, so the rain in this game just looks like projectiles. Wow. A gentle pitter-patter. I looked up at the cold I felt against my skin to see fat droplets of rain falling from the sky. The sky was covered in thick clouds that were hardly there when we
あらあら
arrived.
大変。
My, how
着物
horrible.
が濡れてしまいますから。 奥へ移動した方がいいかもしれないわ。
Our kimonos will get wet. It'll probably be best if we move inside. Come along, everyone.
行こう。
Leah, let's go. Yeah. While protected by Tomonari, I hurriedly evacuated to the foyer. All the while, the rain continued pouring heavier and heavier. Puddles of water were already forming on the
この調子
ground.
ではすぐにはやまないでしょうね。
From the looks of it, the rain doesn't seem like it'll stop anytime
で
soon.
は今日の野立ては難しいかしら。せっかく可愛らしいお嬢さんが来てくださったのに。
If so, it might be difficult to hold the ceremony today with just when such a charming maiden had joined us. I'm sad that these women don't have names again. From the way it's going, it's pretty clear that we can't have tea party outside. Could it possibly be canceled?
あら、皆さんもういらしてたんですね。
Oh,
迎え
she's
が遅くてすみ
cute.
ません。
She appears human, but that could mean nothing at all. Oh my! Everyone already arrived. Apologies for the late greeting. At that moment, a sophisticated-looking woman peeked out from the inside of the mansion.
千恵さん、この度はお招きいただきありが
Okay,
と
it's
うござい
basically
ます。
Chi. Chi, thank you very much for inviting us on
い
this
えい
occasion.
え、こちらこそ。
No, the pleasure's all.
あら、雨が降ってきたんですね。このような悪天候の中、足を運んでくださりありがとうございます。
It's raining. Thank you all very much for coming all this way in such poor weather. She's the lady from the Tanba family, Chi. Chi seems slightly older than the two wives who were invited, but her comparative maturity seemed to lend her to a calmer demeanor and manner of speech. She seemed quite refined. Her threads are a constant bright yellow, though. She doesn't seem like she's nervous, which means she's on guard.
それにしても、雨とは困りましたね。
In any case, the rain sure is troublesome.
お茶会はどうしましょう。さすがに中止かしら。
What should we do about the tea party? I suppose it's cancelled.
そうですね。これが普段だったら、このまま解散としたいところですが。
If this were ordinary circumstances, we would part ways here, but...
今日はせっかく新しい方が来てくださったんですし、屋敷の中でお茶会でもしましょうか。
We have a new guest today, so why don't we have a tea party inside the mansion? What?
まあ、それはいい案ですね。彼女とはじっくりお話ししてみたいと思っていたんです。
Oh my, that's a splendid idea. I hope I could have a nice long chat with her.
楽しみですわね。
Oh, how wonderfully exciting. What should I do? I haven't studied for that. I barely know anything about normal tea parties. Please tell me that this is a joke. Even as I was panicking, I turned my gaze to Tojo and Tomonari. However, the two of them shook their heads as if they had given up all hope. It's my only choice here was to accept my fate.
あなたがお嬢さんですよね。急な変更で申し訳ない
Gee,
の
how
だけど、
did
今日
you
はよろしくお願い
learn
し
my
ます。
name? You're Lee, yes? I apologize for the sudden change of plans, but I look forward to getting to know you. Yes, I look forward to it as well. I could be nothing but tense. I could do nothing but tense up my face at the unexpected start of a full-blown tea party. Girl, just tell him. Tell him the truth. Sometimes it's your first time. While the rain continued to pour outside, we were guided to the tea room. It seems that the tea party would be held in the great room this time. I remember how Tomonari taught me to walk the other day, and I was able to sit on the tatami without incident. Incidentally, we lined up behind the wives, Tojo, me, and Tomonari in that order. I'm sure the two purposely sandwiched me like that so it would be easier for me to imitate them. I can do it.
千恵さんはまた準備に戻ってしまったんですか？
Did she go back to make
その
preparations?
ようですね。急にお茶会の形式が変わったから、いろいろと準備があるようで。
It's a circle. Look, we learned about this, Matt, earlier. That means they're about unity. Apparently so. The type of tea party changed so suddenly that it seemed she had a lot to
でもそ
prepare.
の割にお部屋の準備は完璧ですよね。掛け軸もお花もちゃんとありますし。
Despite that, aren't the preparations for this room just perfect? There's a wall scroll and flowers. She's right. In fact, let's take a photo of that. As I followed the wives' gaze, I noticed a beautiful wall scroll and flowers around the decorating, that were decorating the
も
alcove.
しかして雨が降らなくても今日はもともとこちらでするおつもりだったのでは？
Maybe even if it didn't rain, she was intending to hold a tea ceremony over here.
まあ、それは彼女が急遽参加することになったから？ですが千恵さん、そんな方だったかしら？
Gee, you're becoming more and more suspicious. Could it be because Leah suddenly decided to participate? But was Chi always that kind of
で
person?
もこの状況はそうとしか思えないですよ。
I can only guess that that's the case in this situation. Could it be that I'm being tested? My body unconsciously stiffened as the wives whispered in conversation. Is that why the colored cheese threads are so constantly yellow? I could just be overthinking it, but if that's the case, then she might judge me harshly too. If I fail here, I might hold back everyone in the Oniwaban. I was already nervous from having my debut, but I never even considered the possibility of an event like this. As I sat, my hands that I had placed on my legs trembled slightly from
大
fear.
丈夫だよ。
It's okay. In a voice so quiet that only I could hear him, Tomonari gently spoke to me. When I raised my face in surprise, he had his usual kind-hearted smile. Tomonari! And from the opposite side, Tojo lightly poked at my knee. Tojo?
安心しろ。さっきも言っただろ。失敗してもこっちで何とかしてやる。
Dang, look at her. Like, I usually like my Otomo games to have one relationship, but I guess in this case, I can accept if she has two love interests at the same time. Don't worry. Like I said earlier, even if you mess up, we'll do something about it. Hearing those words, my heart filled with warmth. That's right. I'm no longer alone. If I was all alone, then I might have been discouraged, but now I have the two of them with me. If I came all this way, then all that's left is to get through this main event.
お待たせしてしまってすみません。ようやく道具が揃いました。
I apologize for the wait. I've finally assembled all the utensils. Just as I firmed my resolve, Chi came in from behind the door.
それでは、早速始めましょうか。
If everything is settled, let's start immediately. Ooh, beautiful music. Finally, the tea ceremony had started. As Chi proceeded with preparations, the wives turned their gaze to
それにし
alcove.
ても、今回の掛け軸は随分面白いものをお選びになったのですね。
The wall scroll you chose this time is a rather interesting one.
実は最近手に入れたものなん
Hey,
です。
Trico.
じっと
How's the
見つめて
stream
いると
going?
心が落ち着いてくる気
Oh
が
my god,
し
it's
て
been an hour. I was gonna say it only just started. It's good so far. We're on a new game. This one is a little lighthearted in comparison to the previous one that was all dark and scary. But we're having a fun time. Are you streaming today? Wait, it's early. Aren't you working today? Do I not know your schedule anymore? You've changed, Trico. Oh, actually, it was one that I obtained rather recently. When I looked upon it, I feel my heart settle down.
演奏の受け取り方は千差万別と言われていますからね。
Don't say words I can't say, game. A little bit later today, yes. I see. I mean, I guess it is 10 a.m. My brain does not process this early in the morning. I keep missing your streams, though. I feel sad. They say that there can be many interpretations of an enso. Enso? I followed her gaze and looked at the alcove. It was decorated with a wall scroll that had a large circle drawn on it. That's just a circle, right? No, girl, it means a lot. What? Why is it just a circle? If it was an idiom, I could at least guess what it meant from the vibes. From the vibes of the kanji writing. I normally work today, but I have been taking extra days work so I can get today off. Oh, nice. You took the day off. Yeah. Eunice, how's your emotes?
あの演奏をどう思います？
What do you think about that enso?
そうですね。若い方の意見を聞いてみたいわ。
That's right. I want to hear a young person's opinion. Lady 2, I don't think you're that old. What? That's...
大丈夫。思ったことをそのまま言って。
Don't worry, just say exactly what you're thinking. Is it really supposed to be this casual? Then... Ooh, I can't... It's cute. I tried answering entirely based on instinct, and the wives once again stared closely at me with serious expressions. I messed up.
新しい考え方ね。素敵だわ。
Am I in a battle right now? What is happening? What a novel way of thinking. How wonderful. Huh?
そうですよね。演奏は己の心を映す鏡。可愛いというのもまた一つの答えですね。
That's true. The enso is a mirror that reflects your inner heart. Cute is a valid
あなたの
answer.
純粋な心が表現されているようで素晴らしい解釈だと思います。
She is so, like, lost right now. This poor girl. It shows the pureness of your heart. I think that's a marvelous interpretation. I don't really get it, but it seems I got it right.
言った通りでしょ。
See, I told you so. Thank you, Tomonari.
さ
I
て、
can't
それ
get,
じゃ
I'll
あそ
never
ろそ
get
ろ
the
お
eyes.
茶菓子とお茶を回しましょうか。
She is trying to assassinate me, I'm convinced now. It's about time that we distribute the snacks and the tea. It's finally time.
大丈夫だ。これは
The
もう真似をする。
concern in my
逆
characters'
にトモナ
lives.
リは全く違う動きをす
Ooh,
る。
Trico, are you playing, is it Fatal Company? I can't think of the name right now. It's all good, just copy what I do. On the other hand, Tomonari will do something completely different, so don't use that as a reference. I understand. Yes, in fact, I was wondering if you play it. My sister bought it, and I was gonna buy it too, so that we could play together. Lethal Company, there we go. Yeah, I was actually gonna ask if you wanted to play it with me, because I obviously don't want to play alone, because I would suck so bad at it. But I've been watching a couple people play it, and it looks really fun. Eat the tea snacks that get passed. First, eat the tea snacks that get passed to me. This is such a fight, and I'm not even in control. After I passed the plate, drank the tea. Ooh, you'll be playing in a few hours if I want to join? Ooh, absolutely. If you tell me the time, I can time my stream to end, and then I can join you. I would love to. After I passed the plate, drank the tea. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I did well.
チェイ
Then...
さん、ぼーっとなさってどうしたのですか？表に何か気になるものでも？
Best tea battle ever. I know, I'm loving it, but I can't catch it on like a screenshot. I want to get her eyes doing the glare thing, and I can't get it. Chi, you're absent-minded. Is something wrong? Is there something you're concerned with outside?
ああ、すみません。雨はまだ止まないのかと思いまして。
Dude, she's trying to fight me, and I can feel it. Yes, I'm sorry. I was wondering if the rain had stopped yet. Wait, no way. She wasn't watching?
それよりあなたは高村さんの文系とお聞きしたの
At
です
3
が、
p.m.?
どちら
Okay,
からい
cool.
らしたんですか？
I'll try to end about 2:30. That way I can join, because I will have to download it onto my computer because it's on my system. Wait, 1 p.m. Okay. Look at you. You don't know time zones, and you live in Arizona of all places. How could you do this to me? All right, so then 12:30. I'll end my stream so I can join you. Yay! I'm excited. Lee, more importantly, I heard that you were from Takamaru's branch family. But where are you from? Did you guys not discuss this? You were supposed to work this out. She's going to bring that up now? What should I do? My head is a mess. I'm from the mountains.
すみません、緊張しているみたいです。この子の生まれは越後なんですよ。
I was letting others know we start in 3 hours. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, this would make this stream about 4 hours, so I can totes join. I'm excited. I've been wanting to play it. I warn you in advance, I'll probably die a lot and I might scream a few times because I'm not the best at jumpy thingies that attack you. But because I've been watching Saikuno play this like almost every day, I think I've got some of the basics covered. At least I understand some things. I apologize. He seems to be nervous. She was born in Ichigo.
寒いよね、あそこ。
Should be fun. I think so. I mean, it looks really fun. Even if you die, it seems like it's a fun game. And everyone has been sharing their strats. If you have any mods, though, text me them so I can download them too. Because I know some people have been doing mods where you can change your outfits and stuff. It could be over there, isn't it? I know they won't work if I don't download them, so I need to download them.
私もムツなのでちょっと親近感です。
Nice. So you were born in the northern province? You want the mods too? I've been seeing nice ones, like getting more slots just so you can hold like your flashlight and your walkie-talkie was a good one. What was the other mod I saw? There was one he was using where it shows you the entire value of everything that you have in your ship, so you don't have to wonder if you have enough. You know for sure. There was like one other mod besides the costumes I feel like they were using, but I can't remember which one it was. I saw some streamers playing Lethal Company a couple days ago. One person was playing with a horn, so the other killed her and sell her body for $5. I don't know if I talked about it, but Saikuna had the funniest one ever where they were off by like 20 bucks. And the keys don't sell for money, and he didn't realize this, and I didn't realize it, but he killed everybody in the party. One of the characters glitched, so he couldn't sell their body. And so he killed everybody for nothing. They still didn't have enough money after he killed everyone. And I'm like, oh man, what a sad, sad day. So you were born in the northern province. I'm from Mitsu as well, so I can relate. Thanks to the two of them, we managed to cover it up. After repeating similar interactions, the wives began looking at me with much warmer smiles. Did I pass? That sounds like a pass. Love Lethal.
いいですね。一生懸命な感じが初々しいですわ。
How should I put this? You're lovely. All your efforts make you seem very youthful. When one streamer was teleported to a cell too, it was funny. The last stream I watched, because I just watched Saikuno pretty much play this, he had used like an emergency exit to get inside. And as soon as he went inside the emergency exit, there was a turret right in front of him, so he got shot dead. And someone else had went in from the front, and I think there was already one of those like wobbly heads instantly. So they had like one of the worst runs. How should I put this? You're lovely. All your efforts make you seem very youthful.
きっとご両親の教育が行き届いているんでしょうね。
Your parents must have taught you very well. Actually, my mom died when I was a kid. My dad was just a strong guy, and he died recently too.
本当、こんな素敵なお嬢さんをご紹介してもらえるなんて、今日はお茶会を開いてよかったわ。
Gee, you scare me. So true. To think that I would be introduced to such a wonderful young lady. I'm so glad to have held this tea party today. As if agreeing with the other wives, Chi also nodded with a smile on her face. It felt like I was on a tightrope throughout the entire conversation, but it seems that I appeared like a lady from a proper house. I can't let my guard down here though. Chi's threads are still yellow. Is she wary of me? When I looked at Chi to check on her, she still smiled as so brightly. And then for those of you who don't know, she sees strands around people's necks and it emulates their emotion. So if it's like green or pink, they're like happy or content. But if it's yellow, they're on guard or anxious. And if it's red, they're angry. Leah, it seems you understand the importance of appreciation, which is the heart of a tea ceremony. Your efforts to respond to my hospitality are being communicated very clearly. It would be great if she really thought that.
実はこの間、あなたと同じ年頃のお嬢さんをお招きしたんですけれど、ずいぶんひどい対応をされてしまいまして。
Is it my Mimi-chan? Because if it's my Mimi-chan, I'll fight you, Chi. To tell you the truth, I invited a girl around your age once, but she had a rather horrible attitude.
あの時の方ですか？ あれは何と言いますか。違う意味で驚かされましたわね。
Ooh, all the shade. Go on. That girl from that one time, how should I describe it? She was surprising in a very different
キ
way.
ザもしないで立ち上がっておりましたものね。
She didn't even sit in Kiza before standing up. What a horrible girl.
あなたはキザってなんだかわかるかしら。
Leah, do you know what Kiza is? Huh? My mind blanked for a moment at the sudden question that was thrown my way. You do know, girl. You know what Kiza is. That guy told you. But now that I think about it, Tomonari taught me about Kiza the other day, right? As soon as I remembered that, I immediately spoke out. It's a type of sitting method where you kneel down to make a posture like Shiza, right? I was taught that you should do it before you open up a sliding door, but...
そうです。さすがにこれくらいは常識ですよね。
Totally common knowledge. I didn't just learn that yesterday. That's right. You think some of that would be common knowledge, right? When I stated the information that I remembered, she nodded like she was satisfied. The wariness in her threads also disappeared just now. I think I got it right. This is also thanks to Tomonari teaching me so carefully. When I snuck a peek at Tomonari, he gently smiled back at me. That's okay. I was like, that's not a smile. Good for you. After hearing his whispered words, I felt elated. He praised me. At the end of the conversation, it was about time for the tea party to come to a
これからも
close.
仲良くいたしましょうね。
Leah, let's continue to be friends.
今度は私がお茶にご招待いたしますわ。野立てでもいいし、思い切って茶事をしてしまうのもいいかしら。
I'll invite you to tea next time. An open air tea ceremony would be fun too, but maybe we could go all out and have a full course tea ceremony. Yes, on that occasion, I'll be glad to visit you. I'm so glad everyone turned out to be nice. I had the Omonowa band, but these are the first people I've met since I came to Ito. So it'd be nice if I could continue being friendly with them.
そういえばあなたは
Dude, she's
どの
making
辺りにお住まいな
friends.
の
Look
か
at this
しら。
little alienated
やは
girl.
り高村家のお屋敷でしょうか。
Just lie to them and tell them you can't see threads and they'll never call you a demon here. Speaking of, whereabouts do you live? The Takamura mansion? Ah, no, actually I live in a place separate from him. I can consider the Oniwaban base to be my home, right? What would the address be?
長原町を抜けたあたりです。千代田城の方に近いですね。
It's just past Nagahara-cho. It's quite close to Chiyoda Castle. Tomonari swiftly answered in my stead. Thank you, Tomonari.
では、ずいぶん奥の方にお住まいなんですね。それなら安全かしら。
Safe from what, Chi? Then you live quite far into the city center. I guess you'd be safe then. What do you mean by safe? Yeah, what do you mean by safe? And then Tanba's wife looked around as if a little uncertain.
実は今朝、浪人らしき男が武家町に忍び込んでいるのを見たんです。
To tell the truth, I saw a man who looked like a rodent sneaking into Samurai Town this morning. This makes me want an Otome game like that's a mystery. I want Professor Layton meets Otome. That's what I want. A samurai who either left his master on his own accord or has lost his master.
辺りをキョロキョロと見回して何かを探していたみたいなんですけど、私に気
Ooh.
づいたらすぐに逃げてしまって。
Is he looking for me? Am I don't know. He kept looking around like he was searching for something, but he ran away as soon as he noticed me.
そんなことがあったんですか？怖いわね。
Something like that happened? That's terrifying.
皆様も気をつけてくださいね。一人きりでは決して出歩かないように。
Everyone, please be careful as well. Make sure you do not walk outside when you're all
え
alone.
え、教えていただきありがとうございます。
Yes, thank you for telling us. Could it be that? Chi, when you invited us into your house, it wasn't just because of the rain, was it?
Eh?
Huh? It would be dangerous to have tea outside while there's a suspicious person walking around, right? So you were trying to protect us.
ええ、まあそうですけど。
Ah, I wasn't the one making her nervous. It was everyone else. That's correct. I see. So Chi's threads are always yellow because she was wary of the Ronin. That's why she was perfectly prepared for an indoor tea ceremony.
あらあら。でしたら最初から言ってくださればよかったのに。
Oh my! In that case, you should have just said so from the start.
ごめんなさいね。いきなりそんなことを言ったら皆様を驚かせてしまうと思いまして。
I'm sorry. I was worried it might surprise everyone if I said something like that out of the blue.
千恵さん、一つ伺ってもよろしいでしょうか。どうし
Chi,
てその男が浪人だと分かったのですか。
may I ask you a question? How did you know the man was a Ronin?
それは知り合いだったからです。
Is he a former lover? Chi, are you cheating on your husband that I haven't met yet? It was because he was an acquaintance.
彼がまだ江戸で勤めていた頃、主人の付き合いでお会いしたことがあるんです。でもその後すぐに夜逃げしたようで。
I met him through my husband when the man was still working in Edo, but it seems like he pulled a moonlight flit soon
なる
after.
ほど。ちなみにどのあたりで見かけたんですか。
I see. By the way, where did you see him?
武家町の入り口付近です。人様の家の敷地内からこそこそ様子を見ている感じでした。
Near the entrance to Samurai Town, it felt like he was watching and hiding from within someone else's property.
そうですか。そんな輩が野放しでは千恵さんも不安でしょう。
I
この件
understand.
は俺から町奉行に伝えておきますね。
It must have been nerve-wracking for you having someone like that running around. I'll be sure to let the city commissioner know.
助かります。
Yes, thank you. Chi, are we best friends now? A suspicious person sneaking into town like that, as a rule, forbids any outsiders from entering. Oh! Edo doesn't let people join? This information, which could have foreshadowed some future incident, left me feeling rather restless. Did I forget that? Did they mention that in the previous one? I know she got, like, documents when she first came to town, but... Then, after a night... This was probably where Chi saw the Ronin, right?
そうだと思う。
I think so too. Oh, they didn't give us a CG of her in her cute kimono. How rude. Yesterday, after we returned to base, our future detectives were decided. The Samurai Town team would investigate the Ronin that Chi witnessed. While it hadn't escalated into an incident yet, ignoring it would only fuel the residents' anxiety. In other words, it could create negative emotions that would lead to the birth of new Blightfall. That's the reason why I was now standing at the entrance of Samurai Town with Tomonari. Incidentally, we had Tojo's patrol around as usual. There was no guarantee that the Ronin would sneak in from here, and above all, there was the possibility that he had already infiltrated the district. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, Tomonari, thank you for yesterday.
何のこと？
What do you mean? During the tea party, you helped me out a bunch of times, remember? We managed to finish it without any big mess-ups, all thanks to you and Tojo.
僕たちは何もしてないよ。
We didn't do anything.
確かに少し危ないところもあったけど、あの人たちに受け入れてもらえたのは君が頑張ったからだよ。
He's basically saying I did a good job. Sure, there was some close calls, but the reason they accepted you was because you worked hard.
あの人たちも君のことを褒めていたでしょ？
They praised you too, right?
僕たちが手助けしなくても結果は変わらなかったと思う。
So even if we didn't help you, I don't think the end result would have been different. Is that so?
そうだよ。だから自信を持って。
Definitely. So have some faith in yourself. I couldn't help but get flustered at Tomonari's overly frank compliment. I wasn't used to being praised, and his words blindsided me.
そうだ。こういう時はご褒美をあげないとね。
Well, yeah, I should be giving you an award in a situation like this.
昨
Why?
日頑張ったから、千恵さんが情報をく
Giving
れ
you
た
an
の
award
も
because he's
君がいたから
the
だと思うし。
preciousness. Because you did your best yesterday. Plus, Chi gave us that information because you were there.
何してほしい？
So what do you want me to do? Tomonari stared at me. At first glance, he was expressionless. Still, I wasn't sure how to respond to his seemingly expecting gaze. I'm happy you feel that way, but I just did what felt like natural as an oniwaban,
ご
so
褒美いらないの？
you don't want a reward? No, I don't deserve one yet. In fact, this is the only beginning
わ
for
かっ
me.
た。じゃあ手を出して。
Okay, can you hold out your hand? Is he gonna give me candy? Like this? Candy? Candy. I held out my hand as I was told, and Tomonari shook his in-row case. With a clitter-clatter, he took something out. Suddenly, dozens of pure white and small, pointy granules appeared in the palm of his hand. Are those compito candies? Why are those compito candies in your in-row?
ちょうどいい入れ物がなかったから。大丈夫。内側に和紙を入れてあるから汚くないよ。
I couldn't find a good container for it. Don't worry, I put paper inside so they aren't dirty. I see. Wait, that's not the issue. I just said that I didn't need a reward.
ご褒美じゃないよ。これは僕の気持ちみたいなものだから。これなら受け取ってくれるよね。
It's not a reward. It's like my feelings or something. So you'll accept them, right? Tomonari's feelings. Describing it like that made the Konpito seem like a unique treasure, something that was one of a kind. I wish they'd show them. I love those candies. On top of that, it was Konpito, taken from Tomonari's in-row, which could be considered a part of Tomonari himself. I couldn't do something as insensitive as reject them. I understand. If it's your feelings, then I'll accept them without hesitation. Thank you for giving me something so wonderful. I'll be sure to savor them.
こちらこそもらってくれてありがとう。ちなみにこれ食べたことある？
Okay, so we've already established, I don't know if we've established, Tomonari is most likely, with that little gem thingy, that thing on his waist is what created him. He's not a human. And we're pretty positive that belonged to her father before he died. So if he likes this candy, it's possible because she liked that candy first. Just like how he knew how to get to her house without any directions, even though they said it was really easy to get lost going to her house. Thank you two for accepting them. By the way, have you eaten those before? Nope, this is my first time I've eaten them. Do I just lick them like normal candy? Interesting, so she hasn't
あれ
tried
と
it.
違って口に入れたらすぐに噛むんだよ。そうすると風味が口の中に広がって
It's
美
just
味しいっ
sugar.
てお店の人が言ってた。
You guys are being dramatic. Unlike candy, you chew on them as soon as you put them in your mouth. The storekeeper said that the flavor will spread in your mouth and it'll taste even better. That's interesting. Following Tomonari's instructions, I immediately placed one in my mouth and chewed it. Oh, there they are. The Konpito split apart easier than expected. Oh, she's so cute. Look at her. I wanted her new kimono. This would be cuter if it was her new kimono. What if this just happened after they left? And then she could be in the elegant kimono right now with her hair up. He's so pleased. At the same time, a light, sweet aroma reached all the way to my nose. It let me enjoy not only the taste, but the smell as well. You're right, it's so yummy. This is the first time I've tried something like
気に
this.
入ってくれた？
Do you like it? Yeah, that. But as I tried to say my thanks, I froze. Tomonari was looking at me with a kind smile on his face. His affectionate gaze made me feel like my heart was going to stop.
どうしたの？
What's wrong? Nothing. Nothing's wrong. Thank you. She's blushing. Tomonari is just so unconditionally sweet. It's hard not to feel nervous around him. This boy is going to give me a heart attack. But I was happy that Tomonari would praise me like that. Because it's also meant that he was recognizing my accomplishments. Tomonari, I'm going to try even harder to help everyone. I'll participate in all of the wives' meetings and gather lots of information.
頑張ってね。
Good. Go get him. Thank you, Tomonari. As I verbalized my determination, Tomonari looked slightly puzzled but still smiled gently at me. It was the same yesterday, but I'm able to do my best because everyone believes in me. I'm going to do the same for today's mission too. She's doing great. I'm so proud of her. However, we investigated the surrounding areas but couldn't find any trace of a Ronin. He isn't here.
もしかしたらもうすでに武家町の中に入っているかもしれないね。
Maybe he's already entered Samurai Town. Maybe he's already in your house, girl. Be careful. But we have such a good view of everything here. You'd think if there was a suspicious person, they'd really
通
stand
路
out.
を歩いていたらね。逆に屋敷の敷地内に入れば塀で簡単に身を隠せてしまう。
That's if he's walking on the streets. If we were to enter, say, the grounds of a mansion, we wouldn't be able to see him behind the walls. Oh, I see. They would have to be wary of mansions too, but not just the roads.
そうだね。
That's right. But if I think about it that way, wouldn't it be extremely hard to find who we're looking for?
やった
Ugh. It was that moment we ran right into an unfamiliar man. Does he have a face? The man just happened to leap from the wall in order to enter the streets. If a person was using that method to move around instead of a gate, it was highly likely he was thinking of doing something questionable. You, what are you doing over there?
もしかして君が噂の浪人？聞くよりも捕まえた方が早そうだね。
Are you the rumored Ronin? Probably faster to catch you first and ask questions later. He ran. Before Tomonari's hands could reach him, the man escaped into the alleyway. Oh, what's happening? Scam likely. Well, I'm not going to answer that. Let me make sure the number isn't a number I recognize. Yeah, I don't recognize that number. Okay. I just had a missed call and I was worried. Okay. And the music is intense now. Alright, we're ready. But before Tomonari's hands could reach him, the man escaped into the alleyway. He's fast. Leah, let's chase after him. Why don't you chase after him, Tomonari? I'm in a kimono. I am... Right. From then, Tomonari and I ran at full speed through Samurai Town in pursuit of the man. Fortunately, we were running at around the same speed, but the roads were a complicated maze of splits and turns, and no matter how long we ran, we couldn't catch up. Even if we tried to circle around in order to cut him off, he would escape down another path. Tomonari, as this goes on...
とりあえず君はそのままあの人を追ってもらってもいい？
It's alright. For now, can you chase him like you're doing now? Alright. After giving that order, Tomonari turned at the next crossroad. Is he planning on going around from the other way? This is a samurai, my girl. You have lived in a friggin' shrine your whole life. I don't think you are the person for this job. There's still one more path. If the man escapes down that alley, I don't think we'll be able to catch him from both sides.
追いついた。
I caught up. Well, I was thinking that Tomonari jumped out from the side street as predicted.
捕まってたまるか
As if I'll let you catch me. Then, of course, the man escaped towards the last remaining street. I knew it wouldn't work. If only there was one more person. Then just as I was about to give up...
何やってるんだお前ら
What's going on, guys? To my surprise, Tojo suddenly appeared in the one-way street. On top of that, he was positioned where the man would definitely run into him if he kept going on. What? At the appearance of a new foe, the man stopped and looked around. There were walls standing high on his left and right, and there was no place for him to run. Tomonari and I were closing in from the remaining streets. In other words, we had managed to trap him.
国高、その人捕まえて。
Kunitaka, catch him. He's probably the rumored Ronin.
了解だ任せとけ
Got it. Leave it to me. I'm gonna get a cutscene. Not a cutscene, a CG. Starting to think RPGs right now. I could play an RPG next. And so, with Tojo's timely appearance, the man was easily captured. Of course, we confiscated the sword and wakizashi at his waist to prevent any further resistance. Tojo, what a coincidence! You were walking there just as we needed help, right, Tomonari?
偶然じゃないよ。この時間、国高がここを通るって分かってたから。
It wasn't a coincidence. I knew that Kunitaka would be walking around here at this time. So you knew from the start?
普段二人で見回りをしている時って、道順も時間もいつも同じなんだ。
That's not good though, because if there's actually someone like stalking you, they could get used to those patterns and then they would just follow those patterns. We normally patrol together. Our paths and timings are always the
日
same.
の高さと木の影を見ても、 ここに国高がいるのは間違いないと思って。
Judging by the position of the sun and the shadows on the tree, I knew without a doubt that Kunitaka would be here. Oops, hit the wrong button. A vessel's memory is amazing.
分かってたなら自分で捉えるよう誘導もできたはずだよな。なんでわざわざ俺にやらせたんだよ。
If you knew that you should have been able to lead him so that you could capture him yourself, why did you go out of your way to make me do it?
その方が早いと思ったから。
I thought that would be faster.
お前な、ちょっとは自分で何とかしろよ。
You little. Can you at least try to do some work by yourself?
あ、見て。蝶々飛んでる。
Look, there's a butterfly.
おい、聞いてる？
Are you even listening to me? Despite how he acts, Tomonari really does count on Tojo. If that wasn't the case, I don't think he would have came up with such a strategy. After the unusual exchange, we once again turned to the man.
それで？お前が問題の浪人なのか？
So you're the Ronin in
名前は？
question? What's your name?
誰が名乗るもんか。いきなり追いかけてきやがって。
As if I tell you my name, chasing me down like this out of
それ
nowhere?
に俺が浪人だっていう証拠はどこにあるんだよ。俺はただちょっと塀の上に登ってただけで。
Where's your proof that I'm a Ronin? I was just trying to climb up the walls a little.
いやいや、十分怪しいだろう。ほら、武漢で調べるから、さっさと名と所属先を言え。そうすれば一発で浪人かどうかわかる。
Come on, that's plenty suspicious. I'll look it up in the samurai directory, so just hurry up and tell me where you work. We'll see if you're a Ronin or not. I feel like if they have eidetic memories, they shouldn't need to look it up. They should just have that directory memorized. A publication that lists the full names, stipends, salaries, and family crest of many daimos and shogunate retainers. Gah. Tojo's line of questioning easily closed off the man's rebuttal. If he wasn't in the samurai directory and was carrying a sword, the only possibility was that he was a Ronin.
お前、昨日から武家町をうろついていたそうじゃないか。一体何が目的だ？
I heard you've been wandering around Samurai Town since yesterday, so what's your goal?
話すつもりはない。
So you don't plan on talking?
まあ、それでもいいさ。口を割らせる手段ならいくらでもある。
That's fine. We still have plenty of ways of getting you to talk. Tojo placed a hand on the sword he had strapped to his waist. The man obviously knew what that action meant. His face immediately turned pale.
わかった。話す。
I understand.
話すよ。
I'll talk. I'll talk.
なんだ、張り合いのないやつだな。
Man, what a
俺
disappointment.
はまだ死にたくねえ。
I don't want to die yet. After he muttered to himself in terror, the man let out a deep, long sigh.
お察しの通り、俺は浪人だ。
Ronin 1,
仲
that
間を探していたんだ。
indicates that we're going to have more than one Ronin. As you've guessed, I'm a Ronin. I'm here looking for my friends.
仲間？仕事仲間か何かか？
Friends? Like friends from work or...
去るお方が新たな大名家を作るために人手をとにかく集めているんだよ。
Right now, a certain person is gathering manpower in order to make a new daimyo
その
family.
ほとんどが俺みたいな浪人だ。だから似たような境遇のやつがいれば誘ってやろうかと思って。
Most of them are Ronins like me, so I thought if there were other people in similar situations, I could invite them.
浪人を集めることは大罪だよ。
Gathering Ronins is a serious
その
crime.
首謀者は獄門になってもおかしくはない。で、誰なんだ？
Wouldn't be
そんな大層な
surprised
こ
the
とを考えているやつ
mastermind
は。
winds up getting a Gokumon death penalty. Where is he? Gokumon! It's not a Pokemon, and it's not Goku as a Pokemon. A type of punishment where the condemned severed head is put on display as a warning to all. Aww! Lord
吉宗
Yoshimon's
公の娯楽院だ。
Lord Yoshimon's illegitimate child? Do I need a directory? There were words that could have had glossary entries already that were like old Japanese words for things that happen like during tea ceremonies, and I'm getting illegitimate child glossary. Yeah, I know what that means. Not technically born in secret. A child born in secret between a high-ranking man and a woman who isn't his wife. A love child.
なんだと
What? Lord Yoshimon's? We were rendered speechless by the unexpected confession. An illegitimate child, so a secret child, right? Which means Lord Yoshimon has a child in secret. Girl, you just said the same thing 3 times. If that's true, then that could cause some huge trouble, right?
あの方は今の世を飢いている。自分が次期将軍となった暁にはより良い国を作ると約束してくれた。
He's despairing over the current state of the world. He promised that he would make a better nation when he becomes the next shogun.
俺たちのような祭りごとの犠牲者をもう出さないと。
He promised that the government would no longer make victims of people like us.
くそ。それがどうしてこんなところで邪魔されなきゃならないんだよ。
Why must my plans be thwarted here? And then the Ronin lowered his head, tears gathered in his eyes. Tojo and Tomonari continue calmly observing the man's state.
話は分かった。ちなみにだ。その仲間とやらはまだ集めているのか
I understand what you're saying, and by the way, are those so-called friends of yours still gathering?
は？当たり前だろ。そうじゃなかったら俺だってこんなところに来ていない。
Of course, if that wasn't the case, I wouldn't have come to a place like this. No, thank you. I did not mean to hit that
そ
button.
れより俺をどうするつもりだ。このまま奉行所にでも突き出すのか。
More importantly, what are you planning to do with me? Are you going to hand me to the magistrate's office like this?
まあまあ落ち着けって。そんなことはしないさ。
No, now, calm down. We're not going to do
じゃ
that.
あどうするんだよ。
Then what are you going to do?
俺も仲間に入れてもらう。
You're going to let me join you.
は？
Huh? Me? Huh? What? Just as the Ronin was taken aback, I couldn't hold back my audible confusion. Let him join them? I must have misheard that, right? There's no way Tojo would say something like that.
どういう意味だ。それ
What do you mean by that?
お前の話を聞いて感銘を受けたんだ。そこまで国の今後を考えてくれる人がいるのなら、
I was touched by
ぜひとも
what
会
you
ってみたい。
said. If there's someone who thinks so much about the future in this nation, then I'd like to meet them.
さっきは悪かった。縄も解いてやるし、刀も返すよ。だから俺を仲間にしてくれ。
I'm sorry about earlier. I'll loosen your ropes and give you back your sword. Let me join your cause.
本気かよ。
Are you serious? After hearing that much, I was finally able to accept reality before me. Tojo was serious. He was seriously trying to leave the Oniwaban. What are you saying, Tojo, if you do that?
悪いな。
Sorry, Leah.
俺、もう疲れちまったんだ。生まれてから幕府のために戦い続けて、これから先もずっとこのままなのかって諦めてた。
Oh my god, this is Twilight. He's like, this is the part where Edward Cullen breaks up with Bella in the woods, and it's the worst breakup ever because it's so obvious that he's not actually meaning anything he says. I'm just so tired. I've been fighting for the shogunate ever since I was born, fighting the same fight over and over again. I've given up.
でも、上が変われば少しは変わるんじゃないかって思ったんだ。
If the top brass changes, maybe things might be a little better.
だから俺は吉宗様のご落胤に全てをかけてみたい。
So I'm going to gamble everything on Lord Yoshimon's illegitimate child. I've already made up my mind. No way. Why in the world could it be that the seal on Tojo's heart broke? If that wasn't the case, then he wouldn't think of doing something like this, right? If the rest of the Onoiban hear about this, then Tojo might be eliminated. So Monari, we have to stop Tojo. If this goes on, then
そ
Tojo...
の必要はない
There's no need for that. Why? We've been working together with Tojo this whole time, haven't you? Isn't he your precious friend? In contrast to how I was losing my calm, Tomonari quietly stared into my eyes. The melancholic expression held not only sorrow, but seemed to hold a certain sense of determination. I wonder why I have a bad feeling. I feel like I've just seen something like this.
僕も国高と同じ考えだから 僕も離反する。
I feel the same way as Kunitaka, so I'm also going to rebel. Even Tomonari?
そこの浪人さん、さっきはいきなり追いかけてごめんね。
You there, Mr. Ronan? Sorry for suddenly chasing after you.
俺の名前は浪人じゃねえし。
My name's not Ronan.
だって僕、君の名前知らない。でも、この気持ちは本物だよ。
I don't
僕も
know
仲間
your
に入れ
name,
てくれる。
but my feelings are genuine. Can I join you? Though emotionlessly, Tomonari stated his own intentions. Though I couldn't see his threads, his serious expression left me speechless. It seemed the same for the Ronin as well.
そうか。お前らにもいろいろあるんだな。
I see. So you guys also have a complicated situation, huh?
わかった。そういうことなら仲間に入れてやるよ。来るもの拒まずって言うもんな。
Alright, well if that's the case, then I'll let you join me. Welcome to the coming, as they say.
今、ちょうど集会が行われてるんだ。お前ら、ついてこいよ。
It just happens that there's a meeting happening right now. Follow me, you guys.
ああ、感謝する。
Right, thank you.
行こ
Come with us. Huh? I'm going
う。そう
to...
だよ。ほら早く。
That's right, so hurry on. Hurry. What's going on? I didn't know what was going on, but I couldn't leave the two of them alone. In the end, though still confused, I followed after everyone. Girl, you don't know what a double agent is, do you? Ooh. While we were moving, I desperately continued talking to the two. You've lost yourselves. Let's go back to Ito for a moment. But no matter how much I talked to them, Tomonari and Tojo never reacted. This feeling, did they get their hearts back? I didn't ask what happened when a vessel hearts returns to them, so I don't know the details. In any case, I have to talk to them a little more and try to conform them. Conform? Oh no. As I organized my thoughts, we set foot in the clearing deep in the mountainside. Ooh. Look at all the men here. Waiting there was a large group of men. Most of them appeared to be Ronin and had swords strapped to their waist. Though it was the middle of the day, everyone was sitting on the ground drinking alcohol and causing a ruckus. Uncouth cackling laughter echoed and burned the odor of alcohol. And the burning odor of alcohol wafted through the air. To think that there was a place like this near Ito. It was different from the entertainment district. The meeting was lawless in the truest meaning of the word. I felt a clear sense of fear.
俺たちの隠れ家だ。
This is our hiding spot.
なかなか居心地の良さそうなところだな。
Looks pretty comfortable to me.
日当たりも良さそう。いいと思う。
It gets nice sunlight too. I think it's great. Are they seriously saying that?
いいぞ、お前には若年寄りの座をくれてやれ。
I like you too. I'll give you the position of junior elder. Among the rabble, I could hear a high-pitched voice that didn't quite fit in with the rest of the crowd. There he is! Look at him! When I looked in that direction to check who it was, a young man was sitting cross-legged amidst the
天
ruffians.
一坊様、俺はどうですか。
Lord Tenchibo, what about me? What would I be?
お前なかなか賢そうな顔してるし、感情奉行なんてどうだ？
Oh no, my favorite character. I'm lying. Aww. He's not your favorite character. Look at him. He's got puffballs on his kimono. Look how cute. And he's got something on his forehead that makes no sense. You look pretty smart, so how about Finance Commissioner?
ありがたき幸せ。
I'm honored. It should change his name to Finance
天一
Commissioner.
坊様、俺にも役儀をください。
Lord Tenchibo, please give me a role as
俺も。
well. Me too.
おいおい、みんなせっかちだな。そんな焦らなくても、ちゃんと全部考えてやるって。
Hey, hey, you're all so impatient. No need to fret. I'll come up with something for everyone. The odd atmosphere in people's vulgar demeanors was akin to a gang of mountain bandits.
誰？あの人。
Who's that guy?
言葉に気をつけろ。あのお方が吉宗公の娯楽院天一坊海行様だ。
Watch your tongues. That person over there is Lord Yoshimun's illegitimate son, Lord Kaiyo Tenchibo.
あれが。
So that's, as the Ronin's words, the two of them began observing the youth from afar. Tenchibo was a young man who wore robes of training monk. He appeared to be around my age. His face and the way of speaking, unlike the Ronin around him, gave him a slightly more youthful impression. Now that I think about it, his face does seem to resemble Lord Yoshimun's. Are they really similar?
なあ、どうしてあいつは山伏みたいな格好をしてるんだ?
How come you're dressed like a Yamabushi monk? A monk who undergoes intense training secluded in the mountains.
そりゃ山伏だからだよ。お母上が数年前に亡くなられた際、出家したと聞いている。
Ooh. Okay, back went to go eat. Great. They're pretending to form a coup right now, and they're currently in the mountains with an illegitimate child of one of the main characters that you're not allowed to date, I might add, because I think I said I wanted to date him. I'm pretty sure I took a picture of him. Let's see. Where is he? Where is he? Where's the big guy? What if, oh, there he is. There he is. This is the guy that they're saying that is his son. Do they have similarities? I don't know. He is a Yamabushi monk. I heard that he entered monkhood after his mother passed away a few years ago.
あの年でか。まあこのご時世珍しくはないが、苦労してきたんだな。
At that age? Well, that's not too rare in this day and age, but I'm sure he's had a rough time.
よし、いい機会だし、俺たちも役技をもらいに行くか。
Now's a good time. Now's a good a time as any to nab ourselves some jobs.
何でもいいけど。
Yeah, anything's fine with me. Huh? Wait just a second. I hurriedly stopped the two of them who were about to confidently charge into the group of Ronin.
なんだ? 今行かないと話題に乗り遅れるぞ。
What? If we don't go now, we're going to be late to the party. That's true, but... This is my last chance to convince them. If it's now, then I can still make it. While watching out for suspicious Ronin eyes, I quietly whispered into their ears, "Are you really joining up with them? We'll end up betraying the shogunate at this rate."
裏切る?
Betraying? That's right. I know working for Oniwaban is hard, but this isn't the way to...
待て待て、何の話だ? 本気でこいつらの仲間になるわけないだろ? これは単なる潜入捜査だ。
My character's so dense. Wait, what are you talking about? There's no way we'd actually join up with these people. This is just an undercover investigation. But back then you said you were tired of
相手の
work.
懐に入るための演技だよ。僕たちの任務は浪人の目的を探ること。だから口裏を合わせただけ。
He was acting in order to gain his trust. Our mission is to investigate the Ronin's goals, so we went along with his history.
ちゃんと説明してやれなくて悪かったな。お前は演技とかできないだろうから黙ってたんだ。
Sorry, we couldn't explain everything properly. We just assumed acting wasn't really your forte and kept quiet. Is that so?
ごめんね。
Sorry. It's fine. Thinking about it, it was obvious the two of them would never betray the shogunate. I'm just stupid and didn't take common knowledge into the fact that we are investigators and we are trying to get as much information as possible. If the seals on their hearts had been broken, then I should have been able to see their threads. Are you sure about that? Oh, that's right. Okay, so all the boys in this game, all of them, every single one of the boys that you can pursue in this game has their emotions broken. They have no emotion. They are just vessels. They are nothing but shells of people. And so because of that, I don't know what they're thinking or feeling because I can't see threads on them. And if that ever changes, if I can start to see threads on them, actually they're supposed to be killed instantly. That means they have emotions, and emotions are bad because this is Star Wars and they are Jedi Knights. I started to feel extremely embarrassed that I wasn't able to piece everything together and just panicked. I jumped to conclusions, but thank goodness if they really betrayed us, they would have been eliminated. That would have been an been awful, especially because we only just became friends.
海魚様、新たな同志を連れてきました。
Lord Kaijo, I've brought new compatriots. That was happening. The Ronin approached Tenchibo.
おお、でかしたじゃねえか。早く紹介してくれ。
Job. Now hurry up and introduce us.
ほら、お前たちも早く来い。
Yes, you lot. Come here quickly.
よし、行くか。
All right, let's go. Yes. Responding to the call, we immediately ran towards the two of them. In an instant, all the Ronin there began focusing their attention on us.
彼らが我々の新たな仲間となってくれる者たちです。
Lord Kaijo. These are the people who wish to become our new companions. Their names are...
東條国高だ。よろしく頼む。
I'm Kunitaka Tojo. Nice to meet
高
you.
村智成。
I'm Tomonari Takamura.
国高に友成か。
Kunitaka and Tomonari. I see.
しかしまあ、随分と身なりのいい奴らが来たもんだな。
But I have to
お
say
前ら、
that you
本当に浪
two
人か？
are dressed to the nines. You aren't really Ronin, are you?
浪人といえば浪人だが、先ほど離反してきたばかりだから、そう言われるのも無理はないな。
We're Ronin, technically speaking. We only just broke away from the government, so it's not surprising that we'd come off that way.
なんで離反してきた？
Why did you leave?
幕府のやり方にいろいろと思うところがあったんだ。
Let's just say that we have a few choice thoughts about the way the shogunate
お
does
金
things.
さえもらえればいいってわけじゃないから。
Just because we get paid doesn't mean everything's fine. Oop, don't accidentally push that up too high.
ま、よくある話だな。
Well, it's a common story.
でも見た感じ、お前ら結構上の身分だろ。だったら自分の手でどうにかした方が早いんじゃねえの？
From the looks of it, you're pretty high standing, right? Wouldn't it be faster to just take matters into your own hands? Tenichibo scratched the tip of his nose. It seemed like he barely paid any mind to their stories. He's suspecting us. His threads are still yellow from wariness. Though he came off as optimistic, on the outside he was surprisingly critical of his thought process. It seemed that Tochi and Tomonari realized this as well. The two exchanged looks as if confirming something with one another.
確かに、俺たちのようなものがいきなり来たら警戒するのも無理はない。だが、これには理由があって。
I don't blame you for being cautious, especially if two guys like us appeared out of nowhere, but there's a good reason for
海
that.
魚様、こいつらの話を聞いてやってください。結構かわいそうな奴らなんですよ。
Lord Kaijo, please lend them an ear. It's a pretty miserable story. But Kaio furrowed his brows while shaking his head.
いいわ。俺、直感を大事にする男だから。
Nah, I'm good. I'm a dude who values instincts.
つうわけで、そいつらさっさと追い出してくんね。さすがに殺しはしねえけど、なんか嫌な予感するんだよな。
Kaijo, I also give off vibes. I'm a vibe checker, if you will. Hurry up and chase those guys out, will ya? We don't need to kill them, but they're kind of giving off some bad vibes.
海魚様。
Or Kaijo. To think that he wouldn't even hear us out. Tojo and Tomonari's plan must have been to give an explanation to Tenchibo here and convince him. But if he wouldn't let us even give the explanation, there was nothing else we could do. I saw someone play this. Someone in their chat was like, Tenchibo is Ashia's husbando. He's my least favorite character. Aww. Ashia's husbando? Oh no, I'm not good with the names right now. Who's Ashio? He's your least favorite character? I haven't got to know him too much. Let's be honest, alright? We just came off a game where the pro tag couldn't trust anybody. Oh, Asia! I'm so sorry. I just saw someone in their chat say that Tenchibo is Asia's husbando. He is my least favorite character. Okay, so what you're saying is, I'm so sorry, my brain broke for just a second. Okay. So that's your husband and you don't love him. So basically what you're saying is you're like Mimi and the cute guy who we can't date. You're just at odds with each other right now. But it's a enemies to lovers story route, so it's going to be fine. You're going to end up happy in the very end. Maybe you'll even make him not try to throw over. Don't, Leah, what about it? I'm saying it's perfectly on brand. You're going to stop him from starting a overthrow the government. How dare you bully me too? That's not a bull. It's a compliment. You're gonna fix him. You can do it. I believe in you. What should we do in this time like this? What's something I can do? Since I was here, I wanted to help in any way possible. Over and over, I desperately tried to think of a plan in my head, and then...
Hold
on a second. Who are you? And then Tenchibo stared at me with shock. It seemed that he hadn't noticed my presence this entire time until now. Now that I think about it, I was the only one who didn't greet him. I can probably buy some time by giving a proper self-introduction. You regret it? Look at him. You're gonna save this man. You're gonna live like, I don't know, I'm picturing like a meadow with a stream and a little hut with this guy. Maybe he'll take the puffballs off his kimono because honestly, outside is not the great spot for white puffballs. I apologize for the late introduction. I'm the member of the Takamoto branch family. My name is Leah. But strangely, Tenchibo gave absolutely no reaction to my greeting. I'm never coming back. I'm so sorry. You're right. Your husband is Yorichi. I think that's the... We'll get to him. He's on my list. In fact, he was simply staring at my face as if in a trance. He's not replying. There's no way he couldn't have heard me, right? But the color of his threads. Cute! He thinks I'm cute! That was when the threads changed from yellow to a soft pink. Tenchibo whispered words echoed in the silent space. Huh? What? I apologize. Can you say that again?
Oh,
come on! I said you're cute! You're like straight up exactly the type of girl I like.
Kaijo-sama?
Lord Kaijo? I didn't mishear him. The thread colors has changed into the representative affection, so I thought it might be the case, but I never could have predicted that I would be told something like that to my face. And the fact that he didn't notice her until just now, what? She's your perfect type and you didn't notice her? How should I respond in a time like this? What kind of affection is this in the first place? It's true, she's really cute. And I don't think anyone's ever called her ugly in this game, which is a common trope. I think in Caller X Malice, the main character kept calling herself ugly, like all the time, going like, me, this feeble mass of I'm just a person that tells people things. I'm readjusting my seat position while we're doing this and pulling my blanket back up over my lap because it fell down. Whee! Alright. This is wild. You look like you're like definitely the most striking girl I've ever met in my life. Dude! He's proposing. Kaijo, I've changed my opinion on you. You gotta be the best. Look at this guy. He's telling me what to expect from him in one go. How about you be my girl? I'll pay for everything. I'll take care of you. I'll even do the whole lawful wife thing. He's like, I'll marry you, girl. What? This must have been a continuity-ish of the game where he gives people roles. Time to burn him. Look at him. Why would you burn this guy? He might not be the cutest guy in the game, especially if they like literally put almost anybody next to him, but he's still cute. Now you're back to evil? He's done nothing wrong. Asia, you gotta be nice to people sometimes. Suddenly put on the spot, I decided to... This one I might get wrong, because part of me is like, be honest and express embarrassment. Seems about right. Oh, he liked it. Okay, great. I agonized over it. I didn't think he'd say that, and I was truly confused. I mean, normal people wouldn't think to propose to someone they don't know. On top of that, he said lawful wife. That means he fully plans on having mistresses, right? It's fine. Girl, you don't want this guy all the time. Leah, what? What? I'm just saying, sometimes it's okay. I will burn him. You can't burn him. He's not burnable. I'm pretty sure. He hasn't done anything bad yet. Think about Lucas. Lucas was gorgeous. I loved Lucas. I was in love with Lucas. Lucas was second on my list, I think, of people who I wanted to go through their route. And I hated him by the end of that game. He hasn't done anything wrong yet. He's burnable. Who is Lucas? You know who Lucas is, Asia. I don't know that. You do know that man. You know that man very well. You know his first name, you know his last name, you know his sister, you know his cover name. Oh my goodness. Who? Who? Oh my gosh. Don't tell me you forgot your favorite character from Virtua Evermore so quickly. The girl who deserved better? How could you do this to her? How could you forget her brother's name? Shogun families have harems, but to say that right from the beginning seems kind of rude. I've erased my memories of Lucas. You can't do that. This isn't... Oh gosh, this isn't the spotless mind. You can't clear him from your brain like that. But if I stated my honest opinion, there was a chance that I could affect the mission. There's no way around it. I won't point that out, but I'll still answer honestly. I'm sorry, that'd be a little difficult.
What?
Why not? I mean, we just met, so...
いやいや、そんなの関係ねえじゃん。お互いにビビッと来たら、その場で祝言あげても問題ないって。
Come on, that doesn't matter. If we both feel a spark, then we can get married on the spot. It's not a big deal. I only remember Nadia. Sweet, innocent Nadia that they didn't even bother to show us her aged up. I'm still offended by that, by the way. It's a big deal to me.
なあ、俺のどこが気に食わないんだ？顔か？親父に似て、すげえ男前だと思うんだけど。
That's true. You can't date the dad. Well, you can't date him either, but I'm like, that's so rude. What about me you don't like, huh? Is it my face? I think I'm pretty handsome like my dad, but am I just not your type?
もちろん、血筋が血筋だから、将来性も申し分ないはずだぜ。絶対お前に苦労させねえし。
Dude, he's promising me that I will never have to work a day in my life. That's all I've ever wanted. Like, he's saying all the right words. This guy. Obviously, considering my bloodline, you wouldn't have to worry about the future. You'd never have to work a day in your life. It might have been bad to reject him up front. Tenchibo explained all of his charms to me, going point by point. That would have been fine on its own, but he was also getting closer and closer. The pressure. If this goes on...
ちょっと君、近いから離れて。
Excuse me, you should back off. But at that point, Tomonari immediately barged in from the side. Tomonari?
大丈夫？
Leah, are you alright? Yeah, thank you. Thanks to that, I was finally freed from Tenchibo's pressure. But from Tenchibo's perspective, Tomonari was nothing more than an unwanted third wheel that had appeared out of nowhere.
今口説いてるところなんだけど、見て
What
わ
the
からねえ
hell,
の？
man? I'm in the middle of flirting with her, can't you tell?
君こそ見てわからない？ 彼
Can't
女困ってる。
you tell? She's uncomfortable.
どこが？ニコニコしてたじゃん。
How? She was smiling. Okay, this reminds me of a story. I'm going to tell a little story because I go to anime conventions quite frequently. Once a year, at least once a year, maybe more. And at one of them, because I have friends and stuff and we do all these different things, one of the vendors, when you're a vendor, you can't move, right? You have to stay in your little booth. She was in her little booth and a guy came up and kept talking to her and kept making her uncomfortable, but she was just smiling and nodding through it all, to the point that like security got notified. And I can't remember how they got notified. I guess someone had saw what was happening and notified them. And that was what he said, basically, when they're like, you need to leave her alone. He's like, she was smiling. She was laughing, but it was like an uncomfortable laugh. And people could tell she was nervous and uncomfortable. So other people had to get involved to get this guy to leave her alone. And it's not like she could walk away because she wasn't like a person that was just at the convention. She was running a booth. So she was trapped at her booth with this person, making her feel extremely uncomfortable. So anyways, sentences like this bother me now.
それはただの愛想笑いだよ。そんなこともわからないんだ。
Thank you, Tomonari. Perfect response. Exactly what was happening. She was being polite. You can't tell that?
ついているって言うなら、ちゃんと相手のことも考えないとダメ。それができないなら、彼女は渡せない。
If you're gonna say that you like someone, maybe you should think about how they feel. If you can't do that, then I'm not going to let you have her.
あ？お前、喧嘩売ってんのか？
What? Do you want to fight right now? Look, they have matching puffballs when you think about it. He's got little black and gray poofy balls, and then he's got white poofy balls.
はいはい、そこまでにしとけ。悪いな。こいつ、この子のことになるといつもこうなんだ。
Alright, alright. That's enough. Sorry, he always gets like that when it's about her.
親戚同士だから、どうも過保護になっちまうみたいで。悪いが、多めに見てくれないか？
They're relatives, so he can be a bit overprotective. Sorry, but could you overlook this?
ああ、そういうことか。
That's how it is. Just as the atmosphere was turning hostile, Tojo immediately threw us a lifeline. Fortunately, the explanation seemed to convince Tenchibo and put him at ease.
いいぜ。お前らを仲間に入れてやっても。
Well, fine. I'll let you guys join us. Really?
ああ、嘘なんて言わねえよ。
Yeah, I don't lie.
お前が欲しいっていうのもあるけど、なんつうか、今のでちょっとお前らの事情も分かった気がするし。
Part of it's because I want you, but how should I say this? From what I just saw, I think I get your situation now.
僕たちの事情？
Our situation?
こいつのためなんだろ？離反するの。最初からそう言ってくれりゃ、俺だって仲間に入れてやったのに。
Your succession. It's for Leah, right? Could have just told me from the start. I would have let you join right away. I didn't quite understand how he had gotten there, but it seemed that Tenchibo was drawn his own conclusion. Perhaps because he understood that as well, Tomonari purposely chose not to correct him. Was this for the best?
Tomonari。あそこで割り込むのはどうかと思うぞ。
Tomonari, that was a pretty risky move back there.
だってあのまま放っておいたら彼女が困るでしょ。
But if I let it slide, she'd be uncomfortable.
それはそうだな。任務としてはな。
Yeah, but for the mission.
任務でも嫌なことは嫌って言っていいから。
Leah remembers, even if it's for a mission, you can say if you don't like something. Yeah. Tojo seemed dissatisfied, but I was really happy that Tomonari was being so considerate. Second day in a row, your power goes out? Oh, that's not good. Is something happening at, like, your town? Or is it, like, literally your house? Next time, I'll do my best so I don't weigh everyone down. Girl, you did your best. This guy's got a crush on you. That's why he let you guys join. With the conversation neatly wrapped up, Tenchibo turned back to face everyone in a better mood.
新しく同志が加わったところで、もう一回乾杯の温度。
So with that out of the way, let's have one more toast to our new brothers in arms. What the hell did you say to me? As if to shatter the peaceful atmosphere, a man angrily shouted suddenly, echoed through the air. When I looked in the direction of the shouting, I saw two irate Ronin glaring at each other. On the ground next to them was a smashed bottle, its contents slowly spreading.
うっせえな。耳元で叫ぶんじゃねえよ。
Shut up, yelling so close to my ears.
そこまで侮辱されて黙っていられるかってんだ。てめえ、もう一回言ってみろ。
You think I'm gonna stay quiet after that kind of insult? You bastard! Say that to my face one more time.
だから、本当のことを言っただけだろうが。お前、感情奉行の器じゃねえだろ。
We had Hurricane 4 wind. What? You didn't tell me it was storming where you're at? I hope it doesn't last long. Oh my goodness. I was just speaking the truth. You ain't cut out to be a finance commissioner. You can't even use an abacus.
Huh?
You're going against Lord Kaijo's wishes? The Ronin unsheathed his swords. Oh, sorry, the Ronin unsheathed their swords as if it were an easy as breath. It seemed that they were about to start fighting over the Lord's role-playing game. The atmosphere was tense around the Ronin, who looked like they were just about ready to start slashing at each other. Is this okay? If we don't stop them, something bad is bound to happen, right? But even when I tried to catch their attention, Tojo and Tomonari simply watched over the situation with cool expressions. They didn't look like they were going to move an inch. Their swords are out. Shouldn't we stop them? We can't right now. It'd spell trouble for us if we did something stupid and they found out that who we were, just like... Let's just see where it goes. Yesterday, a tree fell on the lines and the power went out, and another tree must have just fell from the storm yesterday. Yeah, that probably, or like something's still wrong with the cords, so they probably will have to come out and fix them. We haven't had a really bad storm here in a while, which I don't know if that means we should soon, but I know every single time it used to like have like heavy rainstorms here. The parking lots from where I worked, like they always have trees in the parking lot. There's always like 2 or 3 of them that would end up collapsing. And they said the reason for that was because their roots weren't deep enough in the soil. So they weren't like grounded enough. And that was why they fall. So that might be what happened with those ones too. They might not have been grounded enough. Or it was just such a bad storm that it knocked really good trees down, which is unfortunate. We came here only to investigate Ronin. I have no intention of meddling in anyone else's affairs. That's true, but I couldn't protest against his overly cold opinion. For us, the mission was our #1 priority. Everything else would have to be ignored. We had no other choice but to silently watch over the commotion. I can understand the reasoning, but is the difference between an amateur and an Oniwaban, or perhaps the difference between a human and a vessel? Despite my complicated feelings, I could do nothing but watch the Ronin insult each other. However... Shut up! Tenshibo marched over towards them without hesitation, barging in between the Ronin. This is what she wants. She wants a guy who takes action, and guess who wasn't taking action? The 2 guys with her. This is her OTP. This is my OTP right now. Today, at least I'm going to eat before the power went out. I got to eat before the power go out. That's true. You did say you had a food earlier, so that's good. Hopefully the power's only out for a little bit, though. They'll buy you a power brick so you can charge things when your power goes out. Though he was confronting a band of armed men, he showed absolutely no hint of fear because he's hot. Rather, Tenshibo was glaring at the 2 of them with menacing gaze. If he kills somebody, it might not be what I want. Just non-stop yapping about the dumbest, most boring nonsense from the 2 of you. Literally the worst. I hate it. You there. You remember our policy?
Yeah.
No. Can't teach anything around here. It's 0 tolerance. Remember that? After finishing what he said, Tenshibo tightly clenched one of his hands into a fist. Strangely, the moment they saw that, the group of Ronin took an almost exaggerated step back. Please, anything but that. Lord Kaijo, I apologize. Let's settle this one calmly. No way. I'm a man of my word. He said that. He does say he never lies. And then Tenshibo, still clenching the palm of his hand, raised his arm high into the air. Familiar black threads were wrapped around his hand. Why are there threads in such a place? In that instant, the black threads burst, spreading. And from the distance, a giant blightfall appeared. What? This is unexpected. Pal, go crush those guys. As soon as it was ordered by Tenshibo, the giant blightfall obediently extended its tendrils and began attacking. The blows carried momentum, and the two were catapulted back all the way into the forest. Of course, the dark tendrils didn't even scratch Tenshibo, who stood nearby. Nice, we're all good now. After seeing things were finished, Tenshibo slowly lowered his arm. Then the giant blightfall disintegrated into black threads and disappeared without a trace. As if nothing had been there to begin with. My phone net is so bad because of the storm. Well, that's honestly expected, so hopefully again it gets better. I really don't. I hate when it gets too bad, like the weather does that. And if nothing has been there to begin with. Wow. Amazing, extraordinary as always. To think you control such a monster, Lord Kaijo is such an exceptional man. If we follow him, we might really become daimyo, serving directly under the shogun someday. All around us, the Ronis gave us praise to him while looking on with eyes full of respect and reverence. Looking satisfied with himself, Tenshibo once again slowly raised his hand as if to draw their attention to him. Today, I'm going to ask you all to hear me out again. First, I'm grateful to you guys. Honestly, I'm like super stoked that we wound up with this many compatriots. I never could have imagined it. This is starting to sound past tensey and I don't like it. Thank you. It was honestly great to meet all you guys. The Ronin became riled up at Tenshibo's words of gratitude, which held a hint of embarrassment. It was as if they were warriors listening to a speech before a battle. So like, I've been thinking about lots of stuff. Like how if there's this many people gathered here, it doesn't make sense to keep you guys waiting. I thought maybe it's about time that we make our move. The people's cheers became even louder at Tenshibo's momentum confession. During this, Tenshibo slowly took out a parchment from his clothing as if he was trying to build suspense. Even from far away, I could tell written on the parchment were the words Lord Yoshimun Tokugawa. As you can see, this letter is a document addressed to my dad. I'm telling him to hurry the hell up and acknowledge me and make me a daimyo. Do you have a generator, we're asking now. Yeah, that's a good point too. I feel like that's a horror game, but yeah, generators are good to have in certain areas. I'm gonna make Dad read this to start. If I do that, not even he can ignore me. Aren't that right? Ain't that right? Sorry. Anyways, you over there, go ahead and stick this in the petition box. A suggested box instituted by Yoshimun Tokugawa to solicit opinions from the shogunate from commoners. Right away, sir. After Tenshibo pushed the letter onto him, the Ronin bolted off as fast as he could.
そのうち親父から返事が来るだろう。
That's settled then. Sooner or later, Dad should reply. Until
そ
then.
れまでは
さっかもりで
Let's get wasted! Woo! Party time. The Ronin started drinking once more. Though we tried to play along and act natural, we still weren't able to speak much. A human controlling a blightfall. That shocking sight had left us all at loss for words. Dun dun. Chapter 3! Okay, I think I'm going to stop here just because I am going to be playing another game today, and that way I can set up. I want to try and get chat working on the stream again because I'm using OBS now instead of Streamlabs because Streamlabs kept crashing. So I think I'll stop since we finished that chapter, and that's a good spot to break. We now have a direction that it's heading in. And then I will be playing tomorrow as well. I actually might play more of this tonight too. It depends. Let's see how we feel after I play other games. So I'm saving that. And then, like I said right now too, I'm working on trying to do reviews. I'm currently working on the Virtue Evermore one, so I won't be posting that on the same page that I upload the VODs. I have another channel. It's actually my first channel that I made. It has absolutely no videos on it right now, but I was going to use that. That way they're separated. And once that goes up, I'll obviously talk about it when I'm streaming, but I'll also share it on my Twitter and my Instagram. Review hypes. Yeah, I'm excited to try something new. It was something suggested to me by my family. They're like, you should do this. And I'm like, I'll try it. Maybe. So I'm a little nervous. I'm going to try and make some cute animations and GIFs, and I'm going to see the thing I have listed so far. I have story art, characters, routes, my overall review of it. So I'm hoping that it's going to turn out kind of neat and interesting. I want to make some cute stuff pop up on the screen and really explain stuff. So I'm excited. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will be back in about an hour and a half. I'm going to be playing Lethal Company. Is that the right? I keep saying the name wrong, which I've been really excited about because I've been watching my friends play it so much. Not my friends. Well, I've been watching a streamer and other people. Actually, some of my friends have been playing it too, but I'm really excited to try it out myself. So I'll be back in, let's see, it's almost 12, an hour and about 30-ish minutes to play Lethal Company with friends. So please come back and join me. Hopefully I'll have chat working by then too, so you can actually see comments on the stream. And maybe I can also fix it when people follow me, they can be on here too. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I upload all my VODs onto my YouTube channel, so you can check out YouTube if you'd like to see what I've already streamed. If you're on YouTube watching this, you can visit me on Twitch if you want to see my more recent stuff. I do not stream very often, but I'm being more consistent actually, so I'm pretty excited about that too. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.